Good evening and welcome to the Dowling Catholic High School Gym here in West Des Moines, Iowa, as we get set for girls and boys basketball in the Central Iowa Metro League. It's Dowling hosting the Waukee Warriors. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale for Game 1. Jimmy Cataldo will join us in Game 2. Coach Burkert, welcome back. Got a little bit of a tan when you were down there at the Daytona 500 doing whatever you were doing in the sun. You look good, and just didn't really appreciate those pictures of the sunset over the ocean and it's 80 degrees. That just really hurt when it was 0 degrees for a high and 10 below for a low, Mike. That got us.
But I just wanted to make sure you didn't know I was playing hooky on you there. or the cold was too much for me, so I just stayed in. So
you were talking to yourself not to go to the airport and take that return flight back to Iowa. I know what you were doing.
Oh, that return flight back to Iowa was interesting. A lot of delays. Got back at 2 in the morning on Wednesday. It would be Thursday morning then.
Well, the good thing is you got back.
I did.
We had all that delay due to the ice and snow that hit. We just got a dusting of it here. We were the very north fringe of it, between just south of Des Moines all the way to Dallas. Ice, snow, in feet measured, and all that ice, and you were traveling through that. So glad you were able to get out of town and back here.
Thank you.
We're here for now. The guy who sat there Tuesday night, Coach Donahue, he did a pretty good job. Now, I couldn't quite understand the statistics. He had some kind of mumbled jumble. I said, hey, just keep track of this. And he tried to, and you got Cataldo doing this too. They're trying to keep the Bob and Sharon Hansen statistics that you keep, only you know how to do. We don't need it that detailed, but Tom persevered and he gave us a great perspective. Great job out of Coach Tom Donahue, the Hall of Famer.
That's right. Yeah, the Hall of Famer there. Yeah, I listened to part of it down there, so I had to make sure I came back or I'd get Wally pipped.
Well, Tom is glad to have his camera out, and he'll be taking pictures as he always does during the varsity games. Appreciate everything he does. And tonight we mentioned Dowling and Waukee for the second time. These two teams meet. Dowling winning the first meeting back on December 19th. That was the final game before the Christmas break. Dowling winning 61-41 over the Waukee girls and the Waukee boys. The Maroons were victorious. But other games tonight has Waukee Northwest at Southeast Polk. The number 1 ranked team in the girls is Johnston. That'll be Dowling's opponent this Monday. Johnston at Urbandale tonight. And Ankeny Centennial is at Valley. Ankeny has the bye in the CIML. So that's a look at some of the girl-boy doubleheaders. Lincoln's at Hoover in the Iowa Alliance Conference, along with East at Roosevelt, Fort Dodge at Ames, Marshalltown at Waterloo East, and the Little Hawkeye Conference. Norwalk is at Indianola. Battle of Warren County. That should be a dandy, especially on the girls' side. Both of them were ranked. Dow Center Grimes at Oskaloosa and Newton at Pella. And Pella Christian has the night off. So let's look at some of the games going on in here. It's Dowling Waukee for the second time this year. And Waukee, a little bit of a change in their lineup. Dowling's going to stay the same. Their usual starters with rotation. The Maroons lineup is not changing tonight, but for Waukee, Ava J. Peters did not start the first game. She just came off. She was off 4 games, and she came off the bench in game 1. She's starting tonight. And their post player, Julia Van Kuren, the 6'2 sophomore, plays lacrosse and track. And she's coming off the bench, and she's a very athletic young lady, but she's going to come off the bench for head coach Danny Prenti. So just some minor changes for Waukee, but hey, we're getting ready for postseason. And as I understand it, postseason assignments will be announced next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, February 4th, I believe. So that'll be for the big classes. That's how I understand it. Could be wrong, but that's what I have marked on my ledger.
You're never wrong, Mark. What are you talking about?
You're not home a lot with me, Mike. I'm wrong with the 18-year-old daughter and my lovely wife, and even the dog, I'm wrong a lot. So I appreciate that, sir.
0 for 2 with the females in your house. That's not untypical of anyone.
And they may be here tonight. Granddaughters may arrive along with my wife, so get ready for that. Nonetheless, getting ready for the postseason. I know Waukee is struggling this year. Their record's 3-11. They were ranked 13th when Dowling played them back in December. They're unranked right now, and they're just hoping for a 2 seed. That's probably not going to happen, and it's one of those years for Coach Prenti. And then for Dowling, the Maroons come in with a record of 14-2 and on a pretty good winning streak. Their last loss was to Waukee Northwest, who is now second. So seedings and tournament postseason all at stake here as we move on in the conference.
Yeah, Dowling needs to make sure that they don't look at the records as they come out here today. Like you said, they're 3-11 is Waukee. Dowling's 14-2. So it's a matter of, you've got to come out and play your game. You can't, not necessarily you would play down to your opponent, but you've got to play your game. You've got to run the floor, you've got to rebound, do the things that you've been good at doing so you can move on and get ready for the game on Monday against Johnston.
Yeah, that'll, you don't want to look too far ahead. And that Johnston game, as Mike mentioned, and we talked about earlier, we'll say it tonight, moved up to Monday because the Dowling wrestling team is hosting their postseason on Tuesday. So any of the wrestling schools out there that get a host have bumped their basketball teams to move that date, and Dowling elected to move it to the night before, which is fine, but it's a quick turnaround. We go Friday to Monday, so that means practice on Saturday and Sunday probably for both teams.
That's true, but at this point in the year, a lot of your stuff's in. You've already played Johnston before, and I'm sure that both teams are extremely aware of what each other does. It's going to just be a matter of coming out and executing, what you do best, and to try to take away the things that the other team does well.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the pregame show. It's Dowling and Waukee. The game one is the girls contest alongside Mike Burkert. I'm Mark Amadeo. Roman Wilkins, fresh off the Dowling boys swim team, is our studio producer tonight, and we'll take a 1-minute break. We'll come back with starting lineups and keys to the game after these messages on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
It's set for high school girls and boys basketball, the girls game here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Let's take a look at starting lineups, and we're going to have a special award before tonight's game to one of the Dowling players. For Waukee, they come in with a record of 3-11, unranked. The head coach is Danny Prenti in her 5th year, 57 wins, 50 losses. He's assisted by Jared Prenti, her husband, Savannah Gunther, Cassie Meir, and Pete Deacon. And the Warriors will start at one guard, Natalie Sitzman, a 5'4 senior wearing number 1 and a captain. The other guard is Sammy Rice. Samantha is a 5'7 junior. She'll wear number 4. The third guard is Abijay Peters, a 5'9 sophomore. She wears number 12. Got one forward, Olivia Baker, a 5'11 sophomore. And at center, Murin Salo, also a captain, wearing number 44. So that is the look for the Waukee Warriors, who come in averaging 49 points on offense, giving up 61 points on defense. And now, special word going on as CISN has joined our broadcast tonight. Dowling Catholic senior center Ellie Muller being recognized as she scored over 1,000 points. That mark was reached last week. And she's actually got 1,198 points going into tonight's game. And she's on track for 1,000 rebounds and over 300 block shots, and that should happen here by the end of the month. So congratulations, Ellie Muller, being recognized on the court right now with head coach Kristen Meyer for tonight's Dowling Waukee game. Mike Burkert.
Yeah, she's had a nice career, and it's great that she gets honored here in front of the home folks. Hopefully she has quite a few more games yet to go so she can add to those totals.
She's headed to the University of Missouri to play basketball, college basketball in the SEC, and being recognized tonight. Andy Krieger, our PA announcer, also his birthday tonight, and he is doing the introduction. So congratulations, Ellie Muller. Over 1,000 points in her career here at Dowling, and a senior, and we wish her well, and the fans here on this Friday night are doing the same. As we will start the Dowling introductions, and the Maroons come in with a record of 14-2. Head coach, as I mentioned, Kristen Meyer in her 10th year, 181 wins, 60 losses, 16th year overall, 282 wins and 95 losses. She's assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Faber-Francis. And the Maroons will start at point guard Katie Muller.
Leading up, number 1, a 5'4" senior, Natalie Stitzman. Number 4, a 5'7" junior, Samantha Rice. And now number 12, a 5'9" sophomore, Abijay Peters. Number 22, a 5'11" sophomore, Olivia Baker. And number 44, a 5'10" senior, Mayrin Salo. The Warriors are coached by head coach Danielle Franklin-Printy. And now let's introduce the Maroons of Dowling Catholic. Leading off, number 11, a 6'2" junior, Katie Muller. Number 21, a 5'11" freshman, Nikki Muller. Number 23, a 6'3" senior, Ellie Muller. Number 25, a 5'8" senior, Madison Rice. And number 31, a 5'10" freshman, Vivian Sears. The Maroons are coached by head coach Kristen Meyer.
Very well, and if they can get her posted up right away, that's a good opportunity for her to get some easy baskets.
All right, that is a look at our keys to game. But first, we're going to take a break and come back with our tip-off. But first, a word from Father Reed Flood with our pregame prayer. And Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, will have a word. Along with Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale. We'll return for tip-off, Dowling and Waukee, the girls' game on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Plymouth, for your support of our effective radio.
All right, welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym here in West Des Moines. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadeo. Our officials, one of them's eyeballing me here, Scott. Coach Wilson said, have you ever thrown an announcement out? He asked our good friend Jason Alonz, and I said, oh, tonight's going to be the night. So, Mike, if that happens, my wife's here. She can sit in, and yeah, there you go.
You know, I think I have heard they've thrown announcers out before.
Oh, yeah. They get a little edgy. But no, we got a good crew here tonight, always do. Jason Alonz along with Scott Cook and Ryan Dixon, our three officials. As Scott Cook gets ready to jump it up, and that's Jason Alonz right in front of us. And I don't know if that was a warning or not, but I'll move on as we get set. Dowling going right to left. The home team in their white uniforms with maroon letters and numbers and trim. And Waukee, the Warriors, in their all black road uniforms with purple trim and white numbers and letters. And Dowling wins the tip, and we go right to left with Dowling with the basketball, looking inside to Ellie Moeller, and this is Maddie Rice, and she draws the foul. Natalie Sitzman picks up the first foul of the contest. Tell you what, if you're the defense, you're defending the three-point shot of Dowling, although they didn't have the best shooting night Tuesday night, but you defend the three, but you also got to be paying attention inside, right, Mike?
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to attempt the ball getting into Ellie, but one of the best defenses against that is to play really pressure on the ball, and they were doing that, but just got a little.
All right, Sears dribbles down the lane and loses the ball out of bounds, and the officials are going to give the ball to Dowling after initially giving it to Waukee, and
I think they called a foul. They called a foul.
I think they just said who it went off of.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's. No. So the foul was on Sitzman, but Dowling gets the ball underneath, and Maddie Rice shoots and scores from the right side, and we're underway. Dowling leading 2-0. Maroons in the front court, or rather, Maroons get down court, back in the man-to-man, and getting the ball in the front court is Natalie Sitzman. Now traveling called as Murin Salo, guilty of the travel. So turnover against the Warriors on their first possession, 2-0 Dowling.
That's pretty good defense by Dowling that time. She tried to cut to the basket, and somebody stepped right in front of her and caused her to travel.
Now corner three by Rice, up and good. Maddie Rice for three. She's got all 5 of Dowling's points. Somebody other than the Moeller sisters. Now immediately down court, whistling a foul on Maddie Rice. So
she's supposed to get their name heard a lot on the radio here tonight.
I don't know. It's a Rice family.
Shot, foul.
It happens. And our CISN crew here tonight, Rachel Hawley is our producer. Drew Reinhardt and Sam Nord are on the camera side as there's a shot no good by Waukee. Dowling with the rebound. Maroons lead 5-0 on a long three, no good. Rebound Waukee. Sitzman. There's 2 Sitzmans on the team. Natalie, the senior, and Riley, her younger sister, a freshman, wearing number 2. Get the ball out to Olivia Baker, and her pass goes back, and it's tipped out of bounds off of Dowling. So 23 on the shot clock with 6:33 to go first quarter. 5-0 Dowling with the lead. Warriors inbound the ball. It's Sitzman with it. Dowling stays man-to-man. Nikki Moeller guarding her. Pass goes left side over to Baker. Now on the wing to Salo. Salo in the lane. Shot at the elbow. It's no good. Ellie Moeller with the rebound. Outlet pass to her sister Katie. Back to Ellie. Ellie all the way down the lane. Layup up and no good. Drew the foul. I believe Baker will pick up the foul. We'll see what Ryan Dixon says. And it is on Olivia Baker, her first foul. Second team foul on Waukee, Mike.
Yeah, and what we talked about before the game was Dowling gave him one shot, got the rebound, got the transition going, and Ellie got down the floor and got a layup and got fouled.
5-0 Maroons. Ellie Muller at the free throw line. And second free throw is good. 6-0 Maroons. Ellie goes 1 for 2 at the line. Now underneath, a shot rolls off the rim. It's no good by Abijay Peters of Waukee. Dowling with the rebound. The Maroons in the front court. Maroons ranked third in Class 5A. They're 14-2. Waukee with the record of 3-11, unranked in Class 5A. A little high-low. Katie Muller to her sister Ellie. Layup good. Ellie Muller with her third point. 8-0 Dowling.
Excellent penetration by Katie Muller there. Drew the defense over and got a nice pass off to her sister for the layup.
There's Abijay Peters with it. Kicks it back out to Salo. Mirren with it. Now dribble handoff to Samantha Rice. Rice in the lane. Picks up her dribble looking for a cutter. Now gets it out to Abijay Peters. 10 on the shot clock for Waukee. Peters guarded by Sears. A long three, no good, and out of bounds. It'll be Waukee basketball. The ball was tipped, partially blocked by Adrian Sears of Dowling. 3 on the shot clock, and almost a line change. 3 reserves coming in for Waukee. Julian Van Kuren, 6'2 sophomore, number 24, will throw it in for the Warriors. Susie Scott, number 3, in there. Here's Salo with it on the baseline. Her shot blocked by Muller, and the shot clock goes off. It'll be Dowling possession anyway, so here is Muller in the front court. 8-0 Dowling. 5 minutes to play here on Iowa Catholic Radio, 105.5 FM and CISN.TV as we live stream and simulcast tonight. Here's a corner three, no good by Katie Muller. Ball rolls out of bounds. Offensive rebound by Nikki Muller, and the ball tipped out of bounds off Waukee. So quite a flurry there. Also in the lineup, Taryn Werstein, 5'9 senior, wearing number 5 for Waukee. Now the Maroons inbound the ball. Here's Maddie Rice underneath the Muller. Right block, shot up good, right around Salo. And that's Ellie Muller with her second field goal and 5th point. 10-0 Dowling.
And Dowling scored on 5 of their first 6 possessions here.
Now a long three, it's no good by Van Kuren. Rebound Dowling, and Sears dribbles in the front court. Out to Katie Muller, guarded by Salo. Coming off a ball screen by Rice. Katie down the lane, has the ball tipped out of her hands. Looking for a cutter, now gets it to Nikki Muller. Out to her sister Ellie Muller. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Sears coming off a ball screen by Ellie Muller. Can't get off the shot. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Sears for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Katie Muller. Put back, no good. And the rebound, Salo and Waukee. 3:50 remaining. First quarter, Dowling 10, Waukee nothing here in this girls contest. And now reverse layup up and no good by Van Kuren. Rebound Dowling. Now the ball poked away by Waukee. Ellie Muller with the turnover. Warriors get the ball in the front court to Salo. Now to Van Kuren. Julian Van Kuren, now a corner three. It's up and no good by the Warriors, and that was Taryn Werstein with the miss. Dowling the other way. Nikki Muller for 3. It's no good. So, Mike, we've got a lid in the basket here the last couple possessions. Maroons leading 10-0.
It's going fast and furious here. My pen's going to run out of ink here.
We have more here at the table. If we need to get to colored markers, I got the yellow one if you need that.
I have a yellow one too.
I didn't bring orange and green or the other colors. I have colorblind syndrome, so I don't even know what they are in the packet. All right, here's Salo with it, top of the key with 10 on the shot clock. Mirren looking for a cutter. Tries to get it to Sitzman. Stolen away by Katie Muller. Into the hands of Nikki Muller. 2:45 to go. Here's Sears dribbling baseline. Pull-up jumper, no good. And the rebound, Waukee and Natalie Sitzman. Underneath Sitzman, a shot from left hand up and good. The basket will count and a foul on Nikki Muller. Moved by Sitzman. That is the first basket.
Yeah, that was a nice drive there. She used her left hand well. Took it right to the basket.
Yeah, they got I think it's on Nikki Muller. They said on number 1, and that'd be Kate Clendenin, who's not in the game. Let's see who they go on.
21.
21. Yep, Nikki Muller. My, I've been right twice tonight. It doesn't happen very often, Mike.
Better call the Des Moines Register and CNN and
the
Fox News.
The families here. We must have got the family plan tonight. No popcorn for me. And the free throw by Sitzman is no good. 10-2. Dowling with the lead. 2.5 minutes to go. First quarter. Dowling with the ball. They go right to left towards the south basket here at the Dowling gym. In the corner is Tess Carmichael, who just checked in, number 33, a 5'7" sophomore, as the Maroons start their rotation. Here's Sears with it. Dribbles the right elbow. Can't penetrate. Kicks it out to Maddie Rice. Rice gets to Katie Muller. Squares her shoulders. Up and no good. Rebound Salo and Waukee. 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Dowling leading 10-2. Warriors in the front court. Taryn Wernstein in there along with Van Kuren. Now a long three, top of the key by Van Kuren. It's no good. Rebound Ellie Muller. Outlet pass goes to Katie Muller. Katie wants to drive. Cut off. Good help that time by Wernstein of Waukee. And good defense by Van Kuren to get it underneath to Ellie Muller. Her shot no good. Offensive rebound put back up no good. Tipped around into the hands of Carmichael. And the Maroons get a reset on the shot clock with 1.5 minutes to play. There's Katie Muller in the lane. Stops. Turnaround shot no good. Ellie Muller offensive rebound. Put back is no good. And a foul on Salo. And that'll be her first. And free throws coming for Ellie Muller. Mike, quite a flurry. We've got to start charting time. When's the last time somebody made a basket? Because it's been tough, other than Sitzman's and one, but she missed the free throw.
Dogs had 6 scoreless. Just broke their 6 scoreless possessions there.
First free throw good by Ellie Muller. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Iowa Wealth Management, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Bose and the Florist. Our thanks to Construction Professionals. Both free throws good by Ellie Muller. 12-2 Dowling. Here is Wernstein for 3. It's no good. Ball slapped around. Offensive rebound Waukee, and a shot in the lane by Susie Scott is no good. And Van Kuren saves it going out of bounds to Dowling. Carmichael has it inside to Maddie Rice. Gets it out to Ellie Muller. 50 seconds remaining. Dowling 12. Waukee 2. This is the rematch. Dowling winning the first meeting 61-41 back on December 19th at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Now Sears has the ball stolen away by Wernstein. And now we've got a jump ball called, and it'll be Waukee basketball. So quite a flurry there. Great effort by both teams. You're keeping track of all that, right, Mike?
I'm trying. I'm trying to do the rebounds this time, too, offensive and defensive, since Mr. Donahue was doing such a great job doing that.
All right. I think they were getting something correct at the scorer's table.
Could have been all the possessions going back and forth there with the shot clock, maybe.
And there's about a 2-second differential, shot clock to game clock. 22 seconds on the shot clock, 24 on the game clock. Abijay Peters with it. Between the circles, guarded by Carmichael. That's an interesting matchup. Warriors have it. Susie Scott gets to the Van Kuren in the lane. Her shot no good. Ball slapped around, and Nikki Muller comes away with it after her sister Ellie had it and lost it. 3 seconds remaining. Here's Ellie underneath and draws the foul with 0.7 of a second. 2 shots coming for Ellie Muller to end the first quarter. Foul will be on Abijay Peters, her first for Waukee. That'll be their 14th foul for the Warriors, and free throws coming for Ellie Muller. First one up and good. Tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network brought to you in part by Fast Signs and Clive, Skeffington Swimwear, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. CISN.TV also simulcasts in our game tonight. Appreciate all their help as the first quarter has come to an end with the score. Dowling Catholic 14, Waukee 2. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale. We'll be back with the second quarter here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
The Dowling Catholic High School gym in West Des Moines. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale. Into the first quarter, it's Dowling 14 and Waukee 2. Third-ranked Dowling Catholic girls, record of 14-2, and Waukee with a record of 3-11. Thanks to both coaches, Danny Printy, the fifth-year head coach at Waukee High School, and Kristen Meyer in her 10th year here at Dowling. Appreciate all their help and their staff. So getting us prepared for the game as we start the second quarter. Dowling 5 of 6 the free throw line in the first quarter. Waukee 0 for 1, and Mike Burkert will have some updated stats once we get going. Dowling with the ball to start the second quarter. Here's Katie Muller with it. Katie dribbles in the lane. Guarded by Van Kuren, and now they work the ball inside and whistle a foul as they try to post up Ellie Muller. Foul on Susie Scott. That'll be her first of the second quarter. Mike Burkert, go ahead with the first quarter stats.
Yeah, Dowling in the first quarter overall was 4 out of 16 from the field. After a quick start there, they were 25%. 3 of 11 from the two-point range, 1 of 5 from the three-point range. They, like you mentioned, they were 5 out of 6 free throws. They actually had 17 rebounds in the first quarter, 6 offensive, 11 defensive rebounds. They had two turnovers. And
quite a flurry there. Three-pointer in the corner, no good by Nikki Muller. Gets her own offensive rebound, feeds Ellie Muller for the basket.
Okay.
And Ellie shoots and scores, and she has 11 points tonight.
Yeah, Waukee was 1 out of 13 in the first quarter, 7%. 0-1 from the free throw line. They had 2 turnovers.
Bodies on the floor. Nikki Muller getting tangled up on that baseline there with Samantha Rice. So some interesting numbers there. One made basket for Waukee in that first quarter.
Timeout Waukee here.
We'll keep it here.
30-second.
We'll keep it here. 30-second timeout, as Jason Alons tells us. 16-2, Dowling by 14 here in the first quarter. And Mike, everything going wrong. Dowling's defense, which was outstanding here the last several games. Maroons held Yankee Centennial to a total of 7 points Tuesday night. That might have been the Tom Donahue effect. I don't know.
Yeah, Tom's such a defensive whiz.
And then held Valley to 17 points in the second half last Friday night, a week ago tonight. Or the week before. So it's been pretty good defense by Dowling, but it's usually in the second half, at least recently, and tonight it's starting right away.
Yeah, it's actually not to make a joke about it necessarily, but the shooting is as cold as the weather is outside. Dowling's 25%, Waukee's 7%. So,
and for our listeners that aren't here in central Iowa, where it is a balmy 10 degrees, overnight low at 0, and 10 below wind chill. And now we got traveling on Nikki Muller, so turnover against the Maroons. So the weather's supposed to improve. We have 30s forecast for our next broadcast on Monday night when Dowling hosts Johnston. That's a Monday night game, folks. The game got moved up, so those old schedules are wrong. It's a Monday game because Tuesday night, Dowling wrestling team will be right here at the Dowling gym hosting a home wrestling postseason match. Now here's a long three. It's no good by Waukee, but offensive rebound Shallow, and gets it over to Van Kuren, and her shot is no good. Rebound Dowling, and Katie Muller down the lane, layup good. Katie just exploded with the left hand when they didn't pick her up, and that is her first basket of the night, Mike.
Yeah, that's, again, the transition game. They got the missed shot, got the rebound, got it down the floor. They're able to beat Waukee down the floor very, very well so far.
Abijay Peters underneath has the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Warrior basketball with 28 on the shot clock. 6:07 left to go here in the second quarter. Dowling 18, Waukee 2. The Maroons with their largest lead of 16 points here in the first half. Here's Sallow with it down the lane, guarded by Katie Muller, and a shot blocked by Katie Muller. Sallow gets her own rebound, puts it up, and hits the underside of the backboard. And now bodies collide, and they move on, and a whistle and a foul on Waukee. And I think they're going to get Van Kuren for her first foul as she was trying to defend the post. And they will.
Yeah, it helps when you're not shooting real well from outside. At least this second quarter, they've gotten the ball inside twice and 2 layups, and that makes a big difference.
So Susie Scott, Tara Werstein, and Julian Van Kuren will check out. And I believe the starters checking back in. Olivia Baker is back in there for Waukee along with Natalie Sitzman. Dowling with the ball. Here's Sears with it down the right side. Goes through traffic. The shot is blocked. And into the hands of Waukee. Picked up by Werstein. Down court to Rice. Corner 3 up, no good. And the rebound Dowling and Katie Muller. 5:25 remaining second quarter. Dowling's leading 18-2. And now Katie tries to lob it into her sister and threw it where she couldn't field it. And it'll be out of bounds. Another turnover.
She would have grown about a foot that time to get that one. Or jump off a trampoline. We'll go one of the two.
Waukee the other way. Here is Rice with it. Gets it to Baker, and they work underneath, and Baker threw it away. I think she was trying to lead Sitzman with a pass and threw it away.
She was going to go back door, and she didn't. So,
do we have as many turnovers as the actual temperature outside, Mike? Are we getting close to that?
Actually, well, 2-2 right now this quarter.
Here's a backdoor cut, and Maddie Rice tried to feed Adrian Sears and threw it away. So
it's 2. Now it's 2 and 3, so 5.
We do have extra pins, and because they're using a lot of ink on the turnovers
and rebounds,
not in the points column. 18-2 remains our score. If you're listening tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio, 105.5 FM. Mark Amadale, Mike Burkert, and Roman Wilkham, our studio producer, coming off a tremendous Dowling boys swim season is Roman, and now we've got traveling on Samantha Rice of Waukee. Turnover as Tess Carmichael will check in for Dowling, replacing Nikki Muller.
In the NBA, that would have counted.
Yes, continuation.
Yeah, she did a little left, right.
And they give you 3.5, 4 steps. So, yes, you are correct.
Well, yeah, name it be LeBron, though.
Dowling with the ball underneath to Nikki Muller. A nice entry pass that time from Sears from the left baseline. And Adrian led her well on a foul on Werstein. That'll be her first.
Yep, got her on the floor, so Dowling will be taking the ball out of bounds here.
Third team foul on Waukee here in the second quarter. Dowling with none. Maroons lead it 18-2. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Katie Muller, a little high-low underneath her sister Ellie. Layup good. Katie with the assist and Ellie with her 13th point. It's 20-2. Dowling by 18. Waukee with the ball, and they draw a foul. Dribble drive by Samantha Rice, and a foul on Adrian Sears, her first, and Dowling's first foul of the second quarter. Reminder at halftime, we'll catch up with Dowling boys basketball coach Justin Einertson. Preview tonight's Dowling Waukee boys contest. Number 3 versus number 4. Waukee at number 4, Dowling at number 3 should be a dandy. Rice misses the first free throw, looking for her first points of the night, averaging 7.5 coming in. Second free throw, no good. Waukee 0 for 3 at the line tonight. 4 minutes to play, Dowling by 18. 20-2 Maroons. Maddie Rice with the basketball, guarded by Sitzman, or by Abijay Peters, excuse me. And now we've got a jump ball called. Good job by Abijay Peters, forced the turnover. She's got Maddie Rice tangled up. Goes down as a turnover because it'll be held ball. Waukee.
That was a tough one. She got kind of caught up there and without the dribble and kind of turned right back into the defensive player there.
All right, Waukee with the basketball. Here's Rice with it. Swings it over to Werstein. And now a whistle and a foul is dribbling baseline is Sitzman, and she hits the deck. Foul on Dowling. That'll be on Sears, her second. And Sisman picks herself up and
she hit a little assist there to hit the floor.
And they called it a non-shooting foul, which it wasn't, and it'll be out of bounds. Waukee. Abijay Peters throwing it in and gets it to Olivia Baker. Baker gets it back to Peters, who's guarded by Tess Carmichael. Peters spins in the lane, shot up, no good. Shot was blocked, but a foul on Carmichael, and that'll be her first foul. The Maroons picking up quick fouls here. That'll be their third team foul here in the second quarter. And Peters to the free throw line. Abijay, a 60% free throw shooter, looking for her first points. First free throw up and good. That's Waukee's first made free throw of the night. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Bozen the Florist, Iowa Wealth Management, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Construction Professionals. Both free throws good by Abijay Peters. She has 2 points. As Olivia Baker will check out, and checking in will be Murin Salo for Waukee there, Mike.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good defense by Tess. Girl made a nice move. She was right there, but just kind of got caught up, got a piece of her arm, though.
All right, here's Katie Moeller coming off a ball screen by Maddie Rice. Gets it over in the corner to Nikki Moeller, and now scramble, double team, and stolen away. Nice job that time by Van Kuren with the steal. Gets it out to Natalie Sitzman. To Van Kuren in the lane going against Moeller. Now gets it over in the corner, long three, no good by Samantha Rice. Rebound Dowling underway. Maddie Rice, her shot no good, and a whistle and a foul on Waukee, and 2 free throws coming for the Maroons as they will call Samantha Rice for the foul. And Maddie Rice with 2 free throws.
Dowling's had some issues in the second quarter here with the turnovers. They've had 5 turnovers in the first 9 possessions.
So Rice falls Rice. Does happen from time to time. First free throw by Maddie Rice of Dowling, no good. Second one coming.
Sounds like some kind of a joke, Rice on Rice.
Second free throw, no good. We got a loose ball foul on Ellie Muller of Dowling. That'll be her first foul. 20-4 is our score. Dowling with the lead. Under 3 minutes to play, second quarter. Play starting to fill up for this game and the boys' game coming up. And now a turnover by the Warriors. Picked away by Maddie Rice. Underneath to Ellie Muller, layup good. Nobody got back and rotated down on her, and Ellie with her 15th point. And it's 22-4, Dowling, with 2.5 minutes to go. Waukee with the ball. Here's Salo with it, going through traffic. Gets it to Rice, and Samantha nearly lost it to Salo underneath. Her shot up, too strong, no good, and a rebound. Maddie Rice of Dowling. Katie Muller now leading the break. Gets to Carmichael. She'll stop, set, shoot, score from 3. Three-pointer right wing, Tess Carmichael, her 3rd of the year.
Yeah, they need her to be able to be effective shooting to.
And the Maroons lead it by 21, and now Dowling with a block shot on the baseline. We got a whistle and a foul on the Warriors. Let's see what Jason Lons gives it to Samantha Rice, her second foul, and that'll be team foul number 5 on the Warriors. So the Maroons in a double bonus for the final minute 55 of the second quarter. Maddie Rice to the line for Dowling.
Yeah, that was a nice block shot by Ellie Muller. Maddie got the rebound. Had a little tussle with the Waukee player there, and they called a foul on the Waukee player.
Earlier tonight, Ellie Muller of Dowling was recognized for breaking the 1,000-point barrier. She's got actually over 1,198 points coming into tonight, as both free throws are good by Maddie Rice. She has 7 points here in the first half. And Ellie on her way, headed to Missouri to play college basketball next year, and is approaching 1,000 rebounds and 300 block shots. So quite the career, and she was recognized before the game tonight here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. All right, Abijay Peters down the lane, draws the foul. Nice move by Abijay. She just went right through everyone. And the foul on Dowling's Nikki Muller, her second. Abijay missed the first 4 games of the year, was injured, and then gradually got herself back in the lineup, and now starting. This will be, I think, the second game she has started. The first free throw good by Abijay. Comes in averaging 6.5 points, 3.5 rebounds. 27-5, Dowling. Minute 41 to go here in the second quarter. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Fast Signs in Clive. Second free throw good by Abijay. She is now 4 for 4 at the line. 4 points tonight. Dowling leads 27-6. And now Maddie Rice nearly had the ball stolen away. Gets to Katie Muller. Katie to the left elbow. To Carmichael. To Katie for 3. It's no good. Ball slapped around in the hands of Katie Muller. Reset the shot clock. A minute 15 to go. They lob it inside to Ellie Muller. And a whistle and a foul on Waukee. It'll be a 2-shot foul because they're in the bonus. Salo picks up her second for Waukee, and 2 shots for Ellie Muller here, Mike Burkert.
Yeah. It's a nice offensive rebound there. She had about 6 hands in, reaching in on her when she got that rebound.
First free throw good by Ellie. She has 16 points tonight. She is 6 out of 7 at the line. Trying to make it 7 out of 8. It's no good. The old announcer's jinx.
There you go.
Rebound, Waukee. There's Sitzman in the front court. Natalie with it, dribbling around. Now kicks it out to Susie Scott. And she loses the basketball, but a whistle and a foul, says Scott Cook. Foul's on Olivia Meredith, her first. Olivia, 5'9" junior for the Maroons. She and Tess Carmichael into the Dowling lineup. And free throws coming for Susie Scott, who's a 50% free throw shooter on the year. First one up and good.
I think we've had more free throws in the first half of this game than we've had in the last lot of games.
I think, if I remember right, the second free throw no good by Scott. Rebound Dowling. The first game, I think Dowling was 2 for 2 against Waukee at the free throw line, and Waukee was 0 for 2. That was it.
Yeah, there's been times when we've not shot any free throws.
Underneath, Ellie Muller, her shot no good, gets her own rebound, a putback up and good. Ellie with her 18th point. 30-7, Dowling by 23, their largest lead of the night.
Sounds like a football score.
Yeah. Final 35 seconds of the first half. Here's a corner 3, up good. Susie Scott with her 3rd made 3 of the year, or check that, her 11th made 3 of the year. Her first tonight. She has 4 points, does Scott off the bench. 30-10, Dowling with 20 seconds to play. Shot clock turned off. And here's Katie Muller between the circles, guarded by Van Kuren. Dribble handoff goes to Olivia Meredith. Now to Ellie Muller. Gets it to her sister Katie. She'll launch a 3 from the volleyball line, up and good. Katie Muller with the team leading 47th 3 of the season, and she has 5 points at halftime. And we've come to the end of the first half with the score. Dowling Catholic 33 and Waukee 10. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale, and we'll return to the Dowling Gym. We'll take a 2-minute break along our network stations, CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio. Dowling girls leading 33-10 over Waukee at halftime, and we'll return after this 2-minute break along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
3, 2, action! Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience. She's getting better at this, making me so proud. Wilson Toyota, home of the Wilson experience.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym, West Des Moines, alongside Mike Burkert. I am Mark Amadale. Halftime score of the girls contest, third-ranked Dowling leading Waukee 33-10. And now joined by Dowling boys head basketball coach Justin Einertson as the Dowling boys take on Waukee in a battle of two of the top four teams currently ranked in Class 4A. Number 3 Dowling, number 4 Waukee, second time around. And Coach Einertson, welcome. I see you survived your in-service day on Wednesday. I was really concerned when we left you Tuesday night here how you were going to react, but you showed up.
Yeah, it's always nice to get away and meet some different teachers you don't get to talk to a lot. So, yeah, it was good.
Well, great. Hopefully you had some compliments about the boys' basketball team instead of just talking about the football and state golf
yeah,
and state
honestly,
swim
people have been really outgoing about how our guys are doing this year, and I really appreciate that.
They should be.
That's been great.
They should be. Well, the rematch. Everybody's kind of looking forward to this. I know Waukee is, as we have one of our Dowling alums coaching Waukee, Kevin Kanaski, the head coach there, and I know he's been dealing with your assistant coach, and I don't know how far this has went, but anytime you get Kevin O'Hare involved with something, it's not good. So hopefully that's not going to get too negative. But
well,
Kevin,
if he's been dealing with Kevin, I feel bad for him.
Yeah. But those two know each other well, and the staffs know each other well. But Dowling winning the first game over there right before Christmas, 59-46 on that memorable Friday night. You've won, I think, your last two games at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Not here, and I don't know if that'll change or not, but they've been waiting for you because Waukee has not lost the boys' game since that night, and Coach Kanaski's got his team on a roll.
Yeah, they're a really good team. Obviously very well coached, very organized, and when you can mix that talent with a really good coaching staff and guys that are bought in, I mean, you're talking about one of the top teams. So you can kind of throw the records out, I think, a lot of years when we play each other, but yeah, every night with them is going to be a battle.
And it normally is, but you look and, what's changed? Well, I think Waukee has gotten more to having Max Roach being more of a point guard and having Jay White being more of a maybe a scorer from the wing. So that Jay was more of the point guard there. But you did a nice job with Jacobson, held him in the single digits. And Landon Hansen, the transfer from Northwest, has been a nice addition. Leads the team with 22 made threes. A lot of good matchups tonight. We're going to watch both teams go up and down. It should be a lot of fun, and I know your team's looking forward to it. I know you're not going to give us too many tidbits about the scouting, but it'll be interesting to see what changes are made from game one to this one.
Yeah, there's always a slight advantage to the team that loses the first game because they can go out there and change something, so we just have to be on our toes. This time of year, we feel pretty good about our ability to adjust some things, but yeah, there's really two teams on our schedule where there's 5 scorers on the floor, and they're all good at scoring one-on-one. There's a transition element with Waukee that's really tough because they got 2 really good ball handlers that can create things in transition. And, both their quote-unquote bigs, I mean, they honestly, they play like guards quite a bit, but they run the floor so well. So, smaller gym, it's a tricky situation defensively any night. You got to bring it.
Hey, you mentioned smaller gym. A lot of these high school courts in the CIML are the 94 feet college-sized floors. Dowling and I think Urbandale are the 2 that are regulation high school courts, 85 feet. So it is the length isn't as long. And I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but
it depends. I feel like for us it's made a little bit of a difference. When we went to Urbandale, that place felt very small because of how long those wings are. Sure. I hope that our gym mixed with our length makes teams feel similar. But in a game like this, I think it's probably going to be 1 in the half court. So as much as we talk about transition, either way, really, I think half court execution is going to be key.
All right, Mike Burker, you got a question for Coach. Does he He usually does his game prep and has a bunch of them written down, and he couldn't talk from Florida last week, Coach Heinertson.
That's rough.
So here he is, yeah. Well, we got plenty of pictures of beach and sunset and 80-degree weather. He made
tan.
sure we knew that. Go ahead, Mike.
It's a tough life. I have a question for you as a coach. Confidence plays a big factor in how each player plays. How do you as a coach and the coaching staff work to instill that confidence level in your players for them to be successful?
I think this is a culture thing with us. We try to put our guys in hard situations pretty much all year round. You know, it starts with our 6 a.m.s, lifting with football in June, and the agility, and you know, we have our Friday fun runs for guys that don't play fall sports to kind of push them and push them. They gain a lot of confidence just by being able to rise through tough things. You know, we have a saying that we stole from the Navy SEALs that we put on all of our practice plans. The only easy day was yesterday. I do feel like overcoming hard things develops confidence naturally. As far as offensive confidence, you know, there's opportunities for us to work on individual things maybe once or twice a week to try to build some of that confidence, but I'm not sure how legit that is. I think just having the mentality of I'm going to find a way. You know, if I'm not scoring, I'm going to find another way. I think that's more valuable, and it's something that you see last a little bit longer.
Okay. Another question for you. We're kind of entering February and kind of this, I want to say the stretch run, but you're kind of lining up for the state tournament. Does your practice plan differ from earlier in the season now to this point in the year, or do you kind of break it down? And if so, how does it differ?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's shorter. We don't have as many 2-hour practices this time of year unless we're really trying to fix something, and that's a big part of it. And I wouldn't say that would be a necessarily challenging practice if we're trying to fix something. We're really sharp with, defensive concept, defensive intensity, maybe throwing in a rebounding drill, fixing some offensive things or tweaking them for whatever game we have coming up. Every team defends a little bit differently, so there's always something that we can take advantage of. And then putting in skill work. So I'd say an hour and a half is much more common. We have a lot more film sessions this time of year. I mean, there's pretty much a film after every game and before the next one. So that keeps us pretty busy, but it's definitely shorter time on the floor, trying to keep as much in our legs as we can.
Okay, good.
Coach Heinerson, thanks for joining us here at halftime of the girls' game. Should be a good one. Kanaski versus Heinerson, Dowling versus Waukee in the boys' contest.
Well, as Bob Euchre used to always say, there's plenty of room out here for you. So let's pack this place if you're listening to us.
Absolutely. Thanks, Coach. Justin Heinerson, Dowling boys basketball coach, joining us at halftime of the girls' game. Dowling leading 33-10 at halftime. We'll take a 1-minute break and return for the second half here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym here in West Des Moines, underway in the third quarter. Dowling with the basketball, and a whistle and a foul called immediately on Abijay Peters of Waukee. That'll be her second foul tonight. First team foul on Waukee here in the second half. Dowling 33, Waukee 10 in this girls contest. Reminder, the boys game will follow, and we'll have it on Iowa Catholic Radio as we live stream and simulcast with CISN. And now the Maroons get the ball inside Ellie Muller, and she has the ball taken away from her, stolen away by the Warriors. The other way we go. Waukee in their road black uniforms with purple trim and white letters and white border on their uniforms. Dowling in their all white uniforms with maroon numbers and letters. Here's Sallow in the lane going up against Muller. Won't shoot it. 10 on the shot clock. And a three-pointer up and good right in front of the Waukee bench. A three-pointer by Natalie Sitzman, and that is her first three of the night, her 5th of the year, and she has 5 points. And got a whistle on the foul on Waukee. And that'll be on Olivia Baker, her second foul. So Maroons have got 2 possessions and drawn 2 fouls against the Warriors. Dowling leading 33-13 here, Mike Burkert.
Yeah, Waukee's come out defensively very, very aggressively.
Maroons lob it inside to Ellie Muller. Layup good. Katie gets the assist, and Ellie with her 20th point of the night, Mike.
Yeah, she had a nice position there and got a nice entry pass from her sister.
35-13 Dowling. 6:45 to go, third quarter. Waukee with the basketball. Peters underneath. Leaves it for Stitzman in the lane. Shot off the glass too strong. Rebound Ellie Muller. Outlet pass to her sister Katie. Back to Ellie, who's running the lane, and the ball stolen away. Tapped away and stolen away by Olivia Baker. Baker now for the Warriors in the front court. They're swinging around to Sitzman. To Rice. Now to Sallow. Murin with it. Guarded by Katie Muller. 20 on the shot clock. Warriors working a 2-player game. Sallow for 3 left wing, and it's no good. Rebound, Dowling and Ellie Muller. Outlet pass to Katie. Now to the other sister, Nikki. In the corner, Maddie Rice for 3. It's no good. Rebound, Sallow and Waukee. As we're under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. We get a dead ball here. We'll get our first half statistics. Sitzman with it. Spins against Nikki Muller. Her shot up, no good. Drew the foul to be on Nikki Muller. That'll be her third. And the team foul on Dowling. And Mike Burker, go right ahead with our first half stats.
Yeah, in the second quarter, Dowling actually was 7 out of 11 overall, 64%. 5 of 7 from the 2-point range, 2 of 4 from 3. So for the first half, they were 11 out of 27 overall for 41%. 8 of 12 from the free throw line. They had 19 total rebounds, 9 offensive, 10 defensive rebounds.
And both free throws good by Natalie Sitzman. Go ahead, Mike.
They had 7 turnovers in the first half, 5 in the second quarter. They need to kind of work on that. They already had a couple in this half.
Now underneath for Dowling, there's a shot by Sears. It's no good. Rebound taken away from by Ellie Muller, but she lost it. And now here is Waukee the other way. Underneath, Sallow with the recipient of the pass, and the layup good. The pass by Olivia Baker gets the assist. Good execution there by the Waukee Warriors.
Yeah, Waukee in the first half was 2 out of 20 overall, 10%, 6 out of 9 from the free throw line, and they had 6 turnovers. So
I had Waukee 5 of 9 at the free throw line unofficially. Dowling 8 of 12. We'll get some of the numbers here. Maroons with the basketball at the 5-minute mark here in the third quarter. Pull-up jumper good by Ellie Muller. She has 22 points on that last basket. We got a 30-second timeout. Let's go through the scoring. For the visitors from Waukee, again, their record 3-11 coming into tonight's game under head coach Danny Printy and her assistant. Her assistant coach is Jared Printy, her husband, Savannah Gunther, Cassie Meir, and Pete Deacon. The Warriors were led at halftime by Susie Scott off the bench with 4 points and Abijay Peters with 4 points. 2 points for Natalie Sitzman and Murin Sallow. Olivia Baker did not score. Julia Van Kuren did not score, and neither did Tara Werstein and Samantha Rice. Currently, Sitzman has 5 points here in the third quarter, so she has 7 points to lead Waukee. For Dowling, the Maroons were led at halftime by Ellie Muller with 18 points. She now has 22. 7 points for Maddie Rice, 5 points for Katie Muller, and 3 points for Tess Carmichael off the bench. Nikki Muller did not score, and neither did Olivia Meredith. 37-17, Dowling by 20. Maroons won the first meeting, 61-41, back on December 19th by 20 at the Waukee Fieldhouse. And the return game is tonight here at the Dowling gym. And now here's a shot too strong off the glass by Olivia Baker, and a rebound Dowling and Maddie Rice. Outlet pass to Katie Muller. Katie looks inside to her sister, fronted that time by Sallow. Now Katie, a little backdoor cut to Olivia Meredith, in the corner to Maddie Rice. Dribbles baseline. Gets it to Muller on a deflection by Sallow. Pull-up jumper no good by Ellie Muller. Bodies go out of bounds, and we've got Ball stepping out of bounds off of Dowling. It'll be Waukee basketball on the scramble there, Mike.
Yeah, it was after the missed shot, there was a scramble for the rebound. Good hustle by the Dowling Olivia Meredith to try to save it, but couldn't quite get to it.
I want to thank Justin Einertson, Dowling boys basketball coach, for visiting with us at halftime of the girls game. And we'll have that boys game, number 4, Waukee, and number 3, Dowling, coming up following this contest. And now Warriors have the ball taken away underneath their own basket. The other way we go with Dowling with the ball, a little high-low underneath to Ellie Muller, layup good. Katie with another assist. Ellie with her 24th point.
Yeah, she's doing a nice job getting the ball inside to her sister tonight.
39-17 Dowling. Corner 3 no good by Olivia Baker of Waukee, and the ball is tipped out of bounds. I say one off of Katie Muller. 3:32 remaining here in the third quarter. 39-17 Dowling, and now substitutions coming in for Waukee. Tara Werstein, the 5'9 senior, wearing number 5. Also coming in, Julian Van Kuren, a 6'2 sophomore, who has been a part-time starter throughout the year. And officials trying to get everybody sat down on this tight gym floor. Also in there, Dowling with Molly Austin for the first time tonight, 5'8 sophomore, checking in and tips the ball out of bounds.
It's a nice defensive play by her that time.
Yes, it was. Warriors get the ball in to Werstein. Now to Van Kuren, over to Sallow, coming off a ball screen. Sallow underneath, layup up and good. The basket will count, and a foul on Olivia Meredith. That'll be her second. As they count the basket. Nice little sequence there by the Warriors off that inbounds, and Sallow rolling off a pick. Scores her first basket of the night and a chance for an and one here, Mike.
Yeah, she was able to get downhill there on her, and he's got offensive rebound.
Free throw no good by Sallow, but Van Kuren with the offensive rebound, as you mentioned, and now another chance for Waukee. Here's Van Kuren for 3. It's no good, and a rebound Katie Muller and Dowling with 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Dowling by 20, 39-19. Katie in the lane, kicks it out to Carmichael for 3. It's no good. Ball spun out, and they did not reset the shot clock. A long 3 by Katie Muller is good. That's something that wasn't happening Friday night. Katie was 0 for the night from threes, and she hits another one there. Her 8th point of the night on her second 3.
I think she needs to shoot from about 35 feet away. That's what the 2 she's hit.
Go back further.
Yeah.
All right, here's a steal by Dowling, and Meredith, pass over to Katie Muller, layup good. Muller with 10 points, just being Katie Muller. She had 5 at halftime, and it's 44-19 Dowling. The Maroons by 25, their largest lead of the night here in the second half. 2:20 remaining. Warriors with the ball, a little high-low. Van Kuren tries to get it down to Sallow. The ball tipped away into the hands of Dowling. Here is Sears with it, Adrian with it. A little stutter step, goes down the lane, layup good. Little stop and go action from Sears on the right side from the elbow. Back and forth, and she got her defender to change direction, took advantage of it, and Adrian with her first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, Dowling after the timeout by Coach Myers scored in the last 4 possessions.
Sallow for 3, it's no good. Rebound comes out to Dowling. That being Molly Austin with the rebound. To Katie Muller underneath, layup good, timeout Dowling. Katie with her 12th point. And a timeout called by the Maroons as they lead at 48-19 with 1:34 remaining here in the third quarter. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Fast Signs in Clive, Construction Professionals. Our thanks to the Catholic Tuition Organization and Skevington's Formal Wear as we simulcast tonight with the group from CISN.TV. Pete Tarpey and the clan upstairs behind us. Rachel Hawley, our producer. Samantha Nord and Drew Reinhardt working the cameras. We appreciate their work tonight, doing double duty in Game 1 and Game 2 and taking time out of their Friday night to help broadcast. and stream this game. Place is filling up, Mike, for game 2 as they're sensing Dowling Waukee. Dowling has won the last 2 games at Waukee, and the Warriors have won the last 2 games here. So it's win on the other person's home site, I guess, in the last 4 meetings. All right, Sallow has it for Waukee. Underneath, little up and under, and draws the foul. And it'll be on Sears, her 3rd.
Now, Waukee's trying to break an 11-0 Dowling run right now.
Is that what the run is now? 11-0 Dowling. Well, Sallow has a chance here. She's 0 for 1 at the free throw line, make it 0 for 2. It's first free throw, no good. Tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision Clinic, Iowa Wealth Management. As the second free throw is good, so they did break the streak.
Yeah, they cut it to 18, and Dowling stretched it out 29, now 28.
Sallow with 3 points. Now Dowling with the ball. Corner 3 by Austin, it's no good. Fight for the rebound. And the Maroons come away with it with Nikki Moeller. Out to Maddie Rice. Now to Austin. Ollie with it to Sears underneath to Ellie Moeller. She's triple team. Kicks it out to Maddie Rice for 3. Up good. How about that? Catch and shoot from the corner. And Maddie Rice with her second 3 of the night has 10 points. Now Waukee the other way. Van Kuren's shot is no good. And rebound out to Dowling. Sears with it and dribbles off the leg of Sitzman. Bodies on the floor, and it'll be Waukee basketball. It's good hustle that time by Nikki Moeller, but she deflected the ball. And Sitzman might have a floor burn off that one. She's holding her elbow.
And Nikki Moeller might too. She went straight out to try to save that ball. It's good hustle by her.
Shot clock turned off. Final 25 seconds of the third quarter. Here's Sallow with it. Working against Sears. Turns, and her shot up. No good. Blocked by Sears. Rebound, Maddie Rice. Dowling with a chance for the final shot with 13 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 51-20. Dowling with the lead over Waukee. Now here's Rice. Again, corner 3. Catch and shoot. It's no good. Rebound out of bounds with 1.5 seconds to go. So Dowling will have a substantial lead, and I don't think there'll be a shot attempted, as we have come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Dowling 51, Waukee 20. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale, back with the fourth quarter as third-ranked Dowling leading Waukee 51-20 in Game 1 of our girls contest. Back with more on CISN and Iowa Catholic Radio in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and the CISN Network.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines, fourth quarter underway as Dowling leads 51-20 over the Waukee Warriors. Roman Wilkham, our studio producer on Iowa Catholic Radio. Rachel Hawley, our TV producer. Underneath, Abijay Peters shoots and scores for the Warriors. That is her 6th point of the night and her first field goal, as Warriors start scoring in the fourth quarter. Now Dowling with the ball. Corner 3 by Nikki Moeller, no good. Ball tapped out by Ellie into the hands of Peters. Waukee with the basketball. Van Kuren with it. Dowling 8 of 14 at the free throw, or check that. Waukee 8 of 14 at the free throw line through 3 quarters. Dowling 8 of 12 at the free throw line. And underneath, shot blocked out of bounds as Samantha Rice has her shot blocked by Adrian Sears. Mike, got to look some numbers here.
I do. You caught me.
Well, I'll let you finish.
Give me 2 seconds here.
All right. Waukee inbounds the ball. They get it around the horn. Baker over to Worsting. Now back to Peters. There's Rice with it. They swing it on the perimeter to Van Kuren in the corner. Julian wants to shoot, does. Gets it in the lane. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound Dowling. And Katie Moeller. Katie, she'll pop for three, and it's good. I think that stroke is back that Katie did not have the other night, and that's her 15th point of the night.
Yeah, Dowling in third quarter was 8 out of 14, shooting 57%. They had 8 rebounds, 4 turnovers. Waukee was 3 out of 12, 25%. They had 2 turnovers, so still some cold shooting by Waukee. And it has hit one, hit a 3.
There you go, Samantha Rice. Her first 3 points tonight. And it comes with 6:23 left in the fourth quarter, and now somebody got popped in the mouth.
Sears got it right in the nose.
Well, it was, a week ago, Adrian rolled her ankle against Valley, about 10 days ago, and now she gets hit in the nose, and Sarah Mashad, the Dowling trainer, will attend to her. 6:23 remaining, fourth quarter. Dowling 54, Waukee 25. We got a stoppage of play, and I think the Maroons have replaced her with Tess Carmichael. So Adrian will go to the training room and get that taken care of, and hopefully we'll see her back. Now here's Katie Moeller for 3, coming off a ball screen by Carmichael. It's no good, and a rebound Van Kuren and the Waukee Warriors. 54-25 Dowling, and almost have the old hockey line change coming up for Waukee. They're going to insert 3 reserves in the lineup. Underneath, the shot no good by Rice, and they say she lost it out of bounds on a turnover. As Susie Scott, Taryn Werstein, and Julia Van Kuren check in for Waukee, numbers 3, 5, and 24. Scott, one of the captains of this team.
Yeah, she made a cut to the basket and was going about 120 miles an hour on a 35-mile-an-hour curve there.
54-25, Dowling with the lead and the basketball. Here's the Moeller sisters playing little ball screen and go. Pick and pop. They lob it inside to Ellie Moeller. Right block. Goes to a double team. Layup good. Nice strong move that time by Ellie Moeller with her 26th point.
Yeah, that was a very nice step-through move that she made there.
Dowling by 31. This might be their largest lead of the night. Peters with it from the left elbow. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Nikki Moeller. So the 3 Moeller sisters remain in there as Dowling has 4 of their 5 starters in. And Katie from the top of the key, and it's up and good. 18 points for Katie, and that is her 4th made 3 tonight. She has 18 points. 59-25. Dowling with the lead, Waukee with the basketball. Here's a back cut by Scott. Gets cut off on the baseline. Gets it back out to Sowell. Now to Scott for 3. It's no good. Out of bounds to Dowling. Up next for the Maroons, they will play Monday night against number 1 Johnston, the rematch of last 2 years' state championship game. And we'll have all the action this Monday night, February 2nd, here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, as pregame at 6 o'clock and girls game gets underway at 6:15. The boys to follow for Waukee. Their next game will be this coming Tuesday night, February 3rd, and they will host number 2 Waukee Northwest in the Battle of Waukee on Tuesday night. 59-25 Dowling. Abijay Peters in the lane. Gets it over in the corner to Sowell for 3. It's no good. Rebound Nikki Moeller and Dowling as we approach the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. There's Maddie Rice underneath to Ellie Moeller. Layup good. Nice pass by Maddie Rice. Almost going to say it was a no-look pass, but I think she had an idea.
Yeah, I think she looked at her. But that was a really nice pass. Ellie's, she's got 28 points now. And she should, if this was in the NFL or NBA, she should be taking her teammates out to dinner tonight. She's got some nice passes from people.
I don't think we have that working in the high school ranks. Maybe the parents could. They'll work on that. 61-25 Dowling. Rice with it for Waukee. To Salo down the lane against Meredith. Layup is no good. Rebound Ellie Muller. Muller, outlet pass to her sister Katie. Katie on the right block. Turns, spins, shot up, no good. And the rebound Waukee and Natalie Sitzman. Outlet pass to Salo. Won't shoot the three. Waits for Sitzman. Dribbles in the lane. Goes against Austin and turns it over. Dowling the other way. They lob underneath to Ellie Muller. Layup good. And the pass from Carmichael. Ellie with 30 points. Carmichael with the assist and a timeout Dowling.
That was a nice defensive play by Miss Austin there. She blocked the shot and got the ball back and got started on the fast break for the layup.
And a substitution timeout, so we'll keep it here. 61-25 Dowling with 2:54 remaining. Fourth quarter. Mark Amadale alongside Mike Burkert in game one of our girl-boy doubleheader. The boys game coming up. Jimmy Cataldo will join me for that. Following this game, we'll have a 2-minute break along our network lines. 2-minute break, and we'll come back with a brief post game as we'll total up the statistics and scoring. So stay tuned for that. Here's a long three. It's no good by the Warriors, and that was Riley Sitzman, the youngest of the Sitzman sisters, with the miss. Dowling with the ball. They work underneath Olivia Meredith. Layup is good, and the assist from Emerson Flattery.
Yeah, Dowling cleared their bench now. They have 9 players dressed for the game.
Yes, Gwen Holton is going to have surgery on a knee, so the Maroons are down a player.
I guess they have 10. I forgot Adrian's in the training room.
But 9 are on there now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was kidding with Coach Danner, the Dowling assistant, and Tom Donahue. I said, you guys are on the taxi squad tonight. You know, the emergency squad they have in football, aren't they? Because they do it a lot in practice. And now a corner three, good by Van Kuren. Julia with her first 3 points tonight and her 13th made three of the season. 65-28 Dowling. Minute 40 remaining. Maroons with the basketball. Here's Clendenin with it. Kate Clendenin, 5'4 sophomore, gets to Tess Carmichael, 5'7 sophomore. Tamale Austin, 5'8 sophomore, underneath the Clendenin. They try to kick it over in the corner, and it's stolen away by Waukee. Steal by Sitzman, and this is the youngest one, Riley, and draws the foul.
We have a running clock. I thought we did. 60.
It stops with the free throws.
Ah, thank you.
Flattery picks up the foul on Emerson. That'll be her first. And free throws coming for the youngest Sitzman, Riley. This is the first free throw. She's 1 for 2 on the season. Second one coming. Up and no good. Rebound Olivia Meredith and Dowling. Over to Molly Austin. Now to Flattery. Flattery at the free throw line. Dribbles down. Kicks it back out. Looking for somebody to cut. Now gets to Austin. Molly with it. They dribbled off her foot. Picks it up to Clendenin. Kate with it. In the corner it goes to Carmichael. Test dribbles baseline. Cut off by Van Kuren. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Flattery for 3. It's no good. Out of bounds to Waukee as the clock continues to run as the Maroons have the mercy rule in effect. We lead by 35 points in the second half. The clock runs, and it'll be just about the final possession. About a 1 second differential, shot clock and game clock. Here's Scott with it. Susie leaves it for Evelyn Owens. Her shot is no good, and a rebound Dowling and Tess Carmichael. Shot clock turned off. 15 seconds remaining in the contest. 65-28 Dowling. Maroons are going to improve their record to 15-2. Waukee's going to fall to 3-12. Now a steal by Susie Scott to get it down court to Paige Gosman. The layup is good. Gosman shoots and scores. 65-30 is the final score. Dowling Catholic girls, third ranked in Class 5A, improve their record to 15-2, while Waukee falls to 3-12. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll total up the scoring, come back with our statistics, have a brief post game, and then we'll preview the boys' game. Jimmy Cataldo will join me for that. Alongside Mike Burkert, I am Mark Amadale. Our thanks to Roman Wilkham, our studio producer on Iowa Catholic Radio. And our thanks to the gang at CISN. They're going to stick around for game 2. Rachel Hawley, our producer here at Dowling, Drew Reinhardt, and Sam Nord, our camera operators on the CISN live stream. Final in game 1, Dowling 65, Waukee 30, back in 2 minutes here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
It's the Start Something New sales event happening now at DeYarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Knoxville, Iowa. Take up to $13,000 off new 2026 Ram 1500s with Conquest Cash or 0% for 60 months. 2025 Ram Heavy Duties, over $12,000 off MSRP on select units. And on all new Rams, receive best-in-class 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And 2025 Wranglers up to $10,000 off with Stellantis loyalty. DeYarman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Knoxville, Iowa.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with Unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym as we simulcast tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.TV alongside Mike Burkert, Mark Amadeo. Final in game 1. Dowling girls a winner 65-30 over Waukee. So the Maroons sweep the regular season meetings between the two schools, winning back on December 13th 61-41 at Waukee and winning here 65-30 at the Dowling Catholic gym as we are frantically tallying up our score sheets and our stat sheets. And Mike Burkert, I don't know if you're ready or not.
I can go ahead here, Mark.
You can go ahead and take the final unofficial statistics between Dowling and Waukee. The girls in the CIML Class 5A, take it away.
They're officially unofficial.
That's right.
There we go. So Dowling for the game was 26 out of 52 overall, 50%. They were 18 of 31 from the 2-point range, 7 of 21 from the 3-point range. 8 of 12 free throws, all in the first half. Overall, they had 46 rebounds. They had 11 offensive and 35 defensive rebounds. They did a really nice job of limiting Waukee to one shot, which is what we talked about, and getting out and running in their transition game. Overall, they had 9 turnovers for the game. Waukee for the game was 9 out of 45, which was 20%. They were 4 of 18 from 3-point range, 5 of 27 from 2-point range, and they had 9 turnovers. So overall, I think Dowling did a nice job defensively, forcing Waukee into some poor shooting. I think a lot of that was defense, not necessarily Waukee not being able to hit the basket. So, and Dowling did a nice job offensively, finding the right people. It was nice to see Katie Moeller, especially in the second half. She kind of found her range again, and overall they played a nice game. They need to carry this on through for Monday night.
Absolutely. We'll take a look at the scoring in the contest. First of all, for the visitors from Waukee and head coach Danny Prenti, Warriors fall to a record of 3-12 with the loss tonight. And the Warriors had no one in double figures, but were led by Natalie Sitzman with 7 points. 6 points. My goodness, you almost had to stay for game 2, Mike, because Coach Cataldo can't walk very well. 6 points for Abba Peters for the Warriors, and then rounding out scoring 4 points for Susie Scott, 3 points each for Samantha Rice and Julia Van Kuren. Mirren Salo with 3 points, 2 points for Paige Gosman, and let's see, rounding out scoring, Taryn Worsting off the bench did not score, neither did Olivia Baker for the Warriors. They went 8 of 16, as you mentioned, from the free throw line. And the score by quarters, I've got that just about done. Dowling jumped out to a 14-2 first quarter lead. The Maroons outscored Waukee 19-8 in the second quarter. Dowling led 33-10 at halftime. And in the third quarter, Dowling outscoring Waukee 18-10. The Maroons led 51-20 going into the fourth quarter, and Dowling outscoring Waukee in the fourth quarter 14-10 to win it 65-30. Dowling girls improved their record to 15-2, ranked third in Class 5A, and the Warriors fall to 3-12. Maroons setting up their big game Monday night against number 1 and two-time defending state champion Johnston. Game 1 will be on the air at 6 o'clock with pregame at 6:15. Mike Burkert, looking forward to seeing you then, and I know you're going to have a little bit colder weekend than you had last weekend, but you'll be fine, and we'll see you Monday.
Yeah, got a big game tomorrow, Mark. My 3.5-year-old grandson is playing their first game up in Grimes.
Oh, that'll be fun.
It should be interesting.
Well, you have fun, and if Coach Cataldo can not fall into his seat, hopefully he'll be ready to go. But thank you, Mike.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mark.
All right, game 1 is in the books. We're going to take a 1-minute break, come back. We'll preview game 2, Dowling and Waukee. Again, the final in the girls' game, Dowling 65, Waukee 30. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale. Jimmy Cataldo is next, and we'll be back on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym as we get set for Game 2, Dowling and Waukee, the rematch after Dowling Catholic winning the first meeting back on December 19th in this boys contest. Dowling 59-46 over at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Tonight it's a rematch alongside Jimmy Cataldo. I'm Mark Amadale. And, boy, you made quite the entrance here as you fell into your seat. I've never seen that in a while, but congratulations.
I'm talking to your lovely wife and not paying attention to the stairs. I trip, and, you didn't even move. You just kind of watched me with your eyes.
That's because it happened over by Mike Burkert. What am I going to do?
Well, at least I would jump. At least. Oh,
I probably should have asked, are you okay? I didn't ask that, but I'm asking now.
I appreciate it. I'm good. But I'm excited. Nothing's going to hurt. After tonight and getting prepared for tonight's game and looking over just some of the things that I think are going to happen in this game. Reminds you back to December when these guys met, Dowling and Waukee met the first time. Such an exciting environment on a Tuesday night in Waukee, and this one is not going to this one's not going to disappoint at all. It's going to be an exciting matchup tonight.
Well, it certainly is, and I know both teams are looking forward to it. Waukee has not lost since that game. They have won on a pretty good winning streak, and they kind of lead the series over Dowling. They lead 20-7 dating back to 2007. Waukee's won 15 of the last 17 games, but the last 4 games it's been tied 2-2, both teams winning on each other's home court. Dowling winning twice at Waukee and Waukee winning here That's kind of unusual, especially with that kind of matchup.
The thing that I can relate to is Dowling and Valley football. You know, if somebody
Really?
wins the regular season and they meet in the playoffs, it's typically the other team that comes on top. And so when you match up tonight and you got Waukee who came on the other end of the stick at Waukee, these kids come in with a little bit more focus, a little bit more attention to what Dowling did against them in December, which I thought Dowling's defensive game plan was fantastic. They played Charlie Crane on Pete Craig and caused Pete Craig a lot of issues. He only scored 5 points that game, and he's averaging well over double points. So I think Dowling comes out with the same type of matchup, but I think Waukee comes in with a much different game plan than they did the first game.
Well, as we mentioned with Coach Anderson, we had him on at halftime. Waukee has made Max Roach, who was their leading scorer in the first meeting, he's made them their premier, he's their point guard. He's the distributor. He's the quarterback, and they have moved Jay White off point guard responsibilities to an off guard, and that has really changed the way Waukee has handled business. And I say handling business, they haven't lost since they lost to Dowling, and that has made a big improvement with Coach Kevin Kanaski with the Waukee Warriors in his 5th year as a head coach.
This is a super great team at Waukee, and it's not surprising that they've rattled off an undefeated stretch since Dowling. You look at Evan Jacobson, Pete Craig, Max Roach, as you mentioned, Landon Hance. There's so many great players for Waukee that there's a reason why they're a top 4 team in the state, and they are certainly a team that you can eyeball that's going to make a run deep in the playoffs.
Waukee's won 8 in a row since their loss to Dowling, and that in itself says it all. They're ranked 4th in Class 4A with a record of 12-2. Dowling comes in with a record of 13-1. Their lone loss was to Waukee Northwest at the Waukee Northwest gym, but you can flush that out because Waukee Northwest and I think Cedar Falls are in a kind of a zone of their own, and it's like everybody else. But this is a big game as far as seeding, because seeding's going to be coming out here in a few weeks. And what do you do when 2 teams split? What's the point differential? What do you look at where you're on that committee? Where do you put Dowling? Dowling and Waukee are probably both going to be number 1 seeds in their regional, or rather their sub-states, Jimmy. But it all comes down if you get to the state tournament. That's where the overall seeding. This game means a lot when you get to March.
I think the Dowling coaching staff, at least talking to them so often, they do such a great job to keep these kids focused on just being 1-0 on the night, being 1-0 on the day, and don't look past what's in front of you. Be present in where your feet are. So I think Dowling does a great job to understand that, and I think when you look at a matchup like this, you can't look forward to the seedings, but you better believe when the doors are closed and it's just the Dowling coaches, I've been in those rooms many times, you can't help but not look ahead and see what is our potential matchups to get to the state tournament, and then, or the state Casey Center. But once we get there, what kind of seed can we get? And so those undertones are happening behind closed doors, but you got to shield them from the kids, because what's most important to them is what's happening tonight for both Dowling and Waukee.
Absolutely. We're going to take a 1-minute break, come back with starting lineups. Dowling and Waukee, the rematch from Friday, December 19th, and Dowling winning that 59-46. The rematch tonight, Central Iowa Metro League matchup in Class 4A. It's Dowling and Waukee, the boys game. Earlier tonight, third-ranked Dowling girls a winner 65-30 over Waukee. We'll be back with the starting lineups for the boys in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym as we get set for introductions of game number 2 between Dowling and Waukee Northwest. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadeo. Trying to help my partner out here. What do you want? You need a roster? You're good? Okay. There's scratch paper for you, Chief. As we get set, as our public address
Dowling Catholic High School encourages positive sportsmanship and behavior at the game this evening. Please encourage your athletes and coaches with positive comments and acts. What you say and do during the game reflects on the team, the schools, and our community. Please enjoy the game by being a good sport. The officials for tonight's matchup: William Dotson, Travis Carroll, and Pat Fuller. Now let's introduce the starting lineup for the Waukee Warriors. Leading off, a 6'5" sophomore, number 1, Pete Pregame. A 6'1" senior, number 2, Jay White. Number 3, a 5'10" senior, Max Roach. Number 4, a 6'7" senior, Evan Jacobson. And number 5, a 6'5" senior, Landon Henson. The Warriors are coached by head coach Kevin Kanaski. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Dowling Catholic Maroons. Leading off, a 6'8" junior, number 0, Alfred Coley. Next up, a 6'1" senior, number 2, Nathan Jenkins. And now, a 6'10" senior, number 10, Charlie Crane. Next up, number 11, a 6-foot senior, Noah Martin. And last but not least, a 6'2" senior, number 13, Maddox Capola. The Maroons are coached by head coach Justin Anderson.
And the Class 4A. And that is the tail of the tape. Maroons average 61.5 points on offense, give up 47 on defense. What say you, Coach Cataldo? I'll give you a few seconds before tip-off.
So I think if you're Waukee, you got to learn what fell apart for you in the second half. In the first meeting, Dowling outscored Waukee 39-25 in the second half, ran away from it, find a way to get Pete Craig open for Dowling. The 3 guards got to have good shooting nights. They got to come out of a little bit of their scoring slump. Noah Martins, Gio Keelis, and Nate Jenkins has got to have good scoring nights and then see where the chips fall.
All right, tip up and controlled by Dowling Catholic. They're, once again, in game 2, wearing their home white uniforms, maroon letters and trim. And now we've got an illegal screen on Dowling to start the first quarter and the first possession. And it'll be on Alfred Coley.
I think the foul goes on Charlie Crane on the screen, as Jay White was trying to come up and take his man, came up really hard into Charlie Crane, and Charlie Crane gets the call on the screen for his first foul.
For the first turnover of the ball game, and now Jacobson down the lane. His shot up and no good. Rebound Charlie Crane. So both teams have had a possession. Maroons going right to left towards the south basket here at the Dowling gym. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network as we simulcast with CISN tonight. So great crowd on hand. This place started getting filled up during the girls' game. Now Coley gets underneath. Alfred, reverse layup, no good. Rebound out to Jacobson and Waukee in their road purple uniforms with white numbers and trim. This is Max Roach with it, acting as the point guard. Here's underneath, a shot up and good by Jay White to start things off.
I think
that was
basket
Hansen.
Landon Hansen.
Landon Hansen, excuse me.
Landon Hansen, transfer from Northwest, has really come into his game since coming over to Waukee. Starts with the first bucket of the night, 2-0.
Waukee overplaying the passing lanes. That's Jay White knocking the pass down from Noah Martins. Great matchup there, Jimmy, to watch.
Well, it's a great matchup. And, again, Noah Martins scored 17 points in the first game against Waukee. He has to have a big night. He's struggling a little bit to find his shot. Not that he's missing a lot. He's just struggling to find himself to get involved more in the offense.
Our officials tonight, Will Dotson, Travis Carroll, and Pat Hoberg. And now whistling a foul on Waukee, says Pat Hoberg. And the foul will be on Jay White, his first.
Yeah, emotions are always high when the games start. Both benches and coaches are into it. The kids' energies are at the top of the night. So it'd be interesting who settles into this game first.
Didn't that start when they woke up this morning before they went to school for everybody?
Well, it's something that I would think about, knowing that this game was happening tonight.
Underneath Charlie Crane, his shot is no good. Rebound Jacobson, and he leads the fast break. Hands it off to Max Roach. They swing it around to Landon Hansen as the ball tipped out of bounds. Noah Martins in the passing lane knocked it away for Dowling.
So in the matchup we expected to see was Charlie Crane on Pete Craig, and we're seeing that tonight. Charlie Crane and his size really caused Pete Craig a lot of issues in the first matchup. Really didn't get much into his offensive game. So it'd be interesting to see how that is affected throughout the night.
Here's Max Roach penetrating, kicks it out to Jacobson. His three-pointer no good. Rebound Dowling. 2-0 Waukee. 6 minutes to play. Here's Charlie Crane underneath. Shot off the glass good as he went right around Pete Craig.
We saw a lot of this strength out of Charlie Crane in the last matchup on Tuesday. Finding himself near the basket and converting. Strong take by Charlie Crane.
Warriors in the front court. They go left to right towards the north basket here. In their purple uniforms with black undershirts, white numbers and letters. And now Crane, or rather a long three, no good by Max Roach. Rebound Dowling. Here's Noah Martins in the front court. He's double teamed. And a whistle and a foul called on Max Roach. Just wonder how close they're going to let him guard, and Roach picks up his first foul. Second team foul on Waukee here in the first quarter.
I think early in the game you can take some risks as Max Roach. See if Noah Martins can fight through it with his dribble that time. Had a little bit too much body there, drawing the foul.
It's going to be a very physical game. You can see Crane now dribbles down against Jacobson. His shot off balance, no good. Rebound comes out to Pete Craig and Waukee. Warriors now on a 2-on-2 fast break underneath the White. His shot no good, and a foul on Dowling. Nice job by Waukee. They attacked the fast break, even though it was 2-on-2, and the foul is on Maddox Coppola, his first.
We talked about the size of Dowling's court, which is about 10 feet shorter in total. It's amazing how much quicker these kids get down the court than on a normal court size like Waukee.
First free throw by Jay White is good. A 79% free throw shooter on the year is White, averaging 13 points. And the second free throw good. So we went from a tie game. Waukee leads by 2. 5:10 to go. First quarter here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN. 4-2 Warriors. Dowling with the ball. Crane top of the circle looking for a cutter. Now gets to Coley. Alfred dribble handoff to Martins and nearly lost it out of bounds right in front of the Waukee bench. Martins on the baseline tries to get it to Jenkins, and it's stolen away by Jay White. Warriors in the front court underneath to Jacobson. In the corner to Craig for a long three, up, no good. Rebound Dowling and Maddox Coppola. Maroons pushing the envelope. Maddox all the way down. He just puts up the shot, it's no good. Ball slapped around. Landon Hansen with the rebound for Waukee. Now here's Craig again. Another corner three up, no good. Ball slapped around, taken away by Max Roach. Gets to Jacobson in the lane. His shot up and good. Evan Jacobson, second chance points there for Waukee.
Doesn't happen very often against Dowling. Dowling usually crashes the board very well on defensive shots, but that time Waukee getting the offensive rebound and gets rewarded.
Now we got an illegal screen on Coley again, trying to get Martins open, and Alfred with his second foul, and that'll get the Dowling bench in play. Alfred with his second foul will go to the bench as the sophomore Evan Mitchell, number 33, will take his place. Mitchell, a 6'4", 245-pound sophomore, the starting right guard on the state championship football game, in the lineup right here for Dowling. Also in the Dowling lineup will be number 21, Gio Keelis. 6'3 senior, leads the team with made three-pointers with 24, coming off the bench, averaging 9.5 points. Here's Waukee. Jacobson underneath, shot up and good over Crane. Evan Jacobson with 4 points, and it's Waukee up to an 8-2 lead.
Such a veteran player as Evan Jacobson. Knows how to handle the ball around the rim and especially convert.
Dowling with the ball. Crane underneath to Mitchell. Evan in the lane. Pull-up jumper. Rolls off the back iron. No good. And a rebound cleared out of there by Jay White. Over to Roach. Roach guarded by Crane. And that's a big mismatch. Roach at 5'10 and Crane at 6'10. Here's Jacobson with it. Now Crane switches over to him. They work the right block to Craig. Turnaround jumper in the lane. Good. Pete Craig posts up and a timeout Dowling. This will be a 30-second timeout called by head coach Justin Einertson and Dowling Catholic. With 3:11 to go first quarter, it's Waukee 10, Dowling Catholic 8. Dowling Catholic 2, an 8-point lead for the Warriors. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Iowa Wealth Management, Construction Professionals. Our thanks to Ashworth Vision Clinic and Bozen the Florist. And Jimmy, it's been a great start for the Waukee Warriors. That did not happen in the first meeting, as the Warriors had one player in double figure, and that was Max Roach. And that has certainly looked like it could change here.
Well, shooting percentage was extremely poor for Waukee back in December. Just shot 28% from the field the last meeting. So there's a lot of emphasis to getting high percentage shots and converting near the basket. And Waukee has expanded to an 8-point lead just by attacking the basket.
All right, Dowling with the ball. Martin's with it. To Mitchell. Evan with it. Looking for a cutter. Gets it to Keelis. Gio with it. Beyond the three-point arc. Looks inside. Now gets it to Crane. Charlie on the baseline against Jacobson. Has a shot blocked and recovered by Landon Hansen. So the Warriors with good defense that time. It was good help defense there, Jimmy.
I just think Charlie just got unbalanced in his approach to taking that basket. Took off on the wrong set. Really didn't expand at his height.
All right, here's Pete Craig with it. Kicks it out to Jacobson for three. Up, no good. And the rebound, Craig. Now stolen away by Keelis. Keelis, I think, rolled his ankle, and now a steal and a layup by Jay White is good. So White with 4 points. Keelis looked like he rolled his ankle in that flurry, and Maddox Capola will check in for Dowling with the next dead ball.
I just want to see if Gio can work through that a little bit. Rolled his ankle.
And now stepping on the sideline is Noah Martins. He got double teamed. Jacobson came over to help. And you know who was open? Evan Mitchell, but he couldn't get the attention of Noah Martins. So it's been all Waukee here in the first 6 minutes with 2:04 to go. Warriors 12, Dowling 2.
We talked about the ability of Dowling shooters getting opportunities. Martins, Keelis, and Jenkins, neither one of them have taken a shot yet.
Warriors with it as Kane Van Dis checks in, number 22, 6'3 senior for the Warriors. Here's Hansen with it. Now in the corner to Jacobson. Skip pass over to Van Dis for three. It's no good. And Crane had the rebound poked away, but right in the hands of Maddox Capola. Maddox in for Gio Keelis. Working against Hansen.
Waukee's really extending their defense, making it tough for Dowling really to rotate and move without the ball. Makes it really tough.
Overplaying everything. Here's Martins with it in the corner to Capola. 10 on the shot clock. Maddox dribble drives in the lane, has the ball poked away by Hansen. Stolen away by White. Jay with it in the front court with a minute to play here in the first quarter. Waukee by 10. Out to Hansen. Top of the key. Coming off a ball screen. They get it to Jacobson in the lane. Pull-up jumper up. Good. Evan Jacobson with 6 first quarter points, and the Warriors lead by 12, 14-2 over Dowling.
Just a super soft shot by Jacobson. Scored 9 points in the first meeting. Took 13 shots, made 3. And he's certainly getting his points tonight early.
It's been all Waukee here in this first quarter. Here's Charlie Crane underneath, and he draws the foul. And this will be a 2-shot foul on Pete Craig of Waukee. Crane to the free throw line.
You can look at the Dowling players on the court really trying to communicate, making sure they're in the right spots. I think they're getting a little bit out of sort offensively. Maybe a group that you don't see very often playing together, with Coley having a little bit of foul trouble here and Keelis out with a little bit of an ankle roll.
14-3, free throw good by Charlie Crane. He's got all 3 of Dowling's points tonight. Fast Signs and Clive is one of the sponsors of Iowa Catholic Radio's coverage of high school football. Second free throw no good, and we got a loose ball foul on the Maroons. They're going to whistle it on Evan Mitchell. That'll be his first foul. As Crane goes 1 for 2 at the line. 14-3, Waukee. Final 25 seconds of the first quarter. Shot clock turned off. In between the circles is Max Roach. Gets it to Van Dis. Warriors are going to take the clock down before they run their offense under 10 seconds. In the lineup for Dowling is Sam Ralston, number 1, who is guarding Roach. Now they get the ball in the lane. A shot up and no good by Landon Hansen. Foul on Dowling with 5.7 seconds remaining. And Capola picks up his second foul.
Maroons right now are being dominated on the rebounds. That's Waukee's 4th offensive rebound. We're just got to do a better job blocking out on shots.
Warriors are 2 for 2 at the line tonight. Make it 3 for 3 as Hansen's free throw is good. A 73% free throw shooter on the year. Tonight's game in the Iowa Catholic Radio Network brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Iowa Wealth Management, our thanks to Construction Professionals, and Bozen the Florist. Second free throw by Hansen is good. He's got 4 points. Warriors lead by 13, 16-3 over Dowling with 4 seconds remaining. Here's Keelis with it. Gio down the lane, pull-up jumper at the elbow at the horn is no good. And we have come to the end of the first quarter in this top 4 matchup in Class 4A. 4th-ranked Waukee, 16. 3rd-ranked Dowling, 3. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I am Mark Amadale. Back with the second quarter in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Program. Run. Jump. Lift. Swim. Compete. Connect. Breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Jesus.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic High School gym. Place is packed tonight on this Friday night. Final Friday of January. It's Waukee leading Dowling 16-3 at the end of 1 quarter. Waukee with the first possession of the second quarter. Inside, a shot no good by Max Roach. Rebounded by Jacobson. It's stolen away by Dowling. Underneath is Keelis, who gets the second quarter start. Out to Charlie Crane. Noah Martins. Nate Jenkins and Alfred Coley in with 2 fouls. Here's Coley underneath, loses the basketball. Craig with the steal. Outlet pass goes to Roach on the baseline, kicks it out to Jacobson, won't shoot the 3. Now they get into White. Jay in the lane, swings it over to Pete Craig. Pete drives against Charlie Crane, can't get the shot off. Now to Roach underneath, layup up and no good, drew the foul, and 2 free throws coming for the Warriors. And Max Roach, as we got the foul on Dowling, and that will be on Noah Martins, his first. Jimmy, you got to look at the first quarter numbers real quick.
First quarter numbers for Maroons, just struggling right now from shooting 1 of 8 from the field. Did not shoot a 3-point shot in the first quarter. 5 rebounds, 4 turnovers in that first quarter. For Waukee, 16 of 14 shooting. Went 0 of 6 from 3, 9 rebounds, and just 1 turnover. So 9 rebounds to Dowling's 5, most of them on the offensive end. Maroons are struggling to find an open shot.
Max Roach goes to the free throw line, hits 1 of 2 free throws for his first point of the night. 17-3, Waukee. Warriors by 14, their largest lead of the night. Dowling with the ball. Here's Nate Jenkins with it. Looking, trying to find an opening. Now gets beyond the three-point arc, dribbles over to the right corner. Guarded by Jay White underneath. Layup up, no good. Offensive rebound, Charlie Crane. Layup good. Offensive putback and basket by Dowling's Charlie Crane. He has all 5 of Dowling's points. And now the Warriors get it down court, and they lose it out of bounds. They try to get it to Pete Craig, and he loses it. Turnover against the Warriors.
As the Maroons are struggling to shoot, got to weather the storm. I think the energy is definitely being brought by Waukee right now, and that's not a surprise after losing that first game. You usually come out with the most energy, but weather the storm, try to find a way to get better shots.
Here's Keyless for 3, up and good. Right over Landon Hansen of Waukee. And Gio Keyless with his first 3 leads the team with 25 made threes. It's 17-8 Warriors, and the lead is now 9 for the Warriors. Waukee in the front court with Pete Craig. Dribble handoff goes to Evan Jacobson. Now they swing it over to Max Roach. Underneath Jacobson, right block, guarded by Crane. In the lane, pull-up jumper with the left hand, no good. An offensive rebound, Jay White. They're going to get him for the loose ball foul. White's second foul. And that'll get Van Dis up. Kane Van Dis, 6'3 senior, into the Warrior lineup. And he'll replace Jay White.
That's going to be an interesting factor. Jay White's defense in this first half has been pretty dominant, so him on the bench.
Here's Noah Martin, shot off the glass, too strong, and a loose ball foul called on Waukee. They might get Davidson, and they will. Evan Jacobson with the foul. The Maroons now starting to assert themselves defensively in the paint. Out of bounds, Dowling.
Everything just seems to be off-balance shooting right now for the Maroons, and a lot of that is Waukee's defense.
And the ball thrown in by Keyless, and Jenkins couldn't retrieve it, so it'll be a turnover against Dowling. It'll be Waukee basketball. Jenkins will take a seat on the bench. Maddox Capola back in. So it'll be Martins, Capola, Keyless, along with Charlie Crane and Alfred Coley in the post for Dowling Catholic. All right, here's Roach with it down the lane, kicks it out in the corner for 3. It's up and good. Kane Van Dis, his 10th made 3 of the year, and that was a big one.
Really set up by Max Roach. His ability to lose his defender, penetrate to the basket, kick it out to a wide open Van Dis.
Here's Keyless for 3, top of the key. It's off the back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Pete Craig comes away with it. Outlet pass goes to Hansen. His layup is up and no good. Check that. It was Van Dis' layup that was missed. Rebound Dowling. One and done as the Warriors. 5:10 to play. Waukee leading 20-8 over Dowling in this boys game. And now Keyless going to be charged with the offensive foul. He got that forearm out there, and that'll be his first foul of the contest at the 5:07 mark of the second quarter.
Both teams, I think, have to adjust a little bit to the officials tonight. Calling a really good game, but any type of contact, real strong contact, they're usually going to call them, not going to let them play through it.
Yeah, you get the forearm arm bar close to you, but you can't extend it, and that's what J.O. did. Good call by the officials. Will Dotson, Travis Carroll, and Pat Hoberg tonight. Here is Waukee. Hansen for 3 in the corner. It's no good. Martins with the rebound for Dowling. Noah with it in the front court. Maroons trail by 12. Waukee's led by as many as 14. They lob it into Charlie Crane. His shot up and good. He threw it into traffic, and Charlie made him pay.
Well, Charlie had great position on Pete Craig, really giving him the block out. The ball went over Craig and through a little bit of contact. Charlie Crane makes it.
Charlie with 7 points to lead Dowling. It's 20-10 Waukee. Here's Hansen with it. Landon dribbles in the lane, spins, puts up a jump shot up and good over Noah Martins. Landon Hansen with his 6th point of the night. 22-10 Waukee. Runs in the front court. Here is Capola with it to Charlie Crane on the baseline. Charlie double team, puts up a shot, no good. Alfred Coley, the putback up and in. His first basket of the night, matches his fouls. 2 points, 2 fouls for Alfred.
Charlie Crane is just so unbalanced when he's shooting. He's lengthy, and good job by Alfred Coley recognizing that and finding the offensive rebound and putback.
You got to equal the physicality going on, and you can't let him alter your shots, and that's what Dowling has not adjusted to with Waukee thus far. 3:40 to go, second quarter, 22-12. Waukee by 10. Jacobson going against Crane. Dribbles down and pass stolen away by Coley, but he couldn't retrieve it. Jacobson with it, 5 on the shot clock. Out to Roach. Max with it at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Dowling and Charlie Crane. Good defensive effort there. Coley almost had a steal, but when he went to help against Jacobson.
Used to love to see the aggressive out of Coley, but he's sitting with 2 fouls.
Crane for 3, up and he left it short. Rebound Hansen. Waukee with the basketball as we approach the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. Got a special guest at halftime. Athletic director and head coach at Dowling Catholic. Head football coach, that is Tom Wilson, will join us at halftime. We're going to recap some of the state champions that Dowling had this fall. And now the shot in the lane, no good by Roche, but Jacobson tips it in, and he's got 8 points. And a timeout on the floor. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Waukee has doubled the score, 24-12 over Dowling Catholic in this top 4 matchup in Class 4A boys basketball.
A lot of second chance points by Waukee attacking the offensive glass, doing a great job scoring on second chance, and that's just going to drive the Maroons crazy. They're not used to that. Both teams do a great job rebounding the basketball. Both of them averaging over 30 rebounds a game. But tonight, so far, Waukee is dominating the glass.
They certainly are. If you joined us late in the girls' contest, it was the third-ranked Dowling girls improving their record to 15-2 with a 65-30 win over Waukee. Waukee Warriors record falls to 3-12. And looking back at that first matchup, the Bruins had 26 free throws attempted in that first matchup, and we have Noah Martins had 17 points, 5 rebounds. Charlie Crane 10 points, 8 blocks and 8 rebounds, and it's been all Waukee here. Here's Capola for 3 in the corner. It's no good. Rebound, Pete Craig and Waukee. Outlet pass goes to Max Roach, guarded by Martins. Roach now tries to get it to Jacobson. It's tipped in the backcourt. Shot clock still remains at 25. Into the Dowling lineup, we have Evan Mitchell. One thing about Waukee, they don't have much bench. They haven't went with Alvin Greer yet, but they only go about 6-7 deep, Jimmy. We'll see if that pays off for the Maroons in the second half. Here's Jacobson with it. Gets Mitchell in the air. Jacobson in the lane, and a whistle and a foul as bodies hit the floor in the paint. And the foul will be on Evan Mitchell, his second of Dowling.
Evan Jacobson has been such a Dowling killer over the last 3 years. Scored over 30 points last year in one of the games. And Maroons just haven't had much answer for him in his 3-4 year career at Waukee.
What a career. Outstanding football athlete. Headed to Texas A&M to play football and basketball. Is going to redshirt, from what I understand, his first year. Second free throw by Jacobson, good. So he goes 1 for 2 at the line. He's got 9 points. 25-12, Waukee. And here's Noah Martins in the lane. His shot blocked by Hansen. Into the hands of Craig. Down court, they get it to Van Dis. Layup good. It's all Waukee. Van Dis gets the basket. That is his 5th point off the bench. Timeout Dowling. This will be a full timeout. We will take it with them. 1:54 remaining. Second quarter. It's Waukee 25, Dowling 12 from the Dowling Catholic Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
3, 2, action. Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience. She's getting better at this, making me so proud. Wilson Toyota, home of the Wilson experience. 3, 2, action. Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience.
Are exactly what they did. Things that are really human are also divine.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym, West Des Moines, on a Friday night, January 30th, 2026, alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, as Dowling with the ball. And here's a corner 3 by Sam Ralston, up and good. That's what the Maroons needed off the bench there, Jimmy.
The Maroons got to find 3-point shooting just to be able to claw themselves back into this game. Haven't found much in the 3-point shot, but Sam Ralston there knocks it down.
Sam, a 6-foot junior. That's his 13th made 3 of the year. Now here's Pete Craig underneath. Turnaround shot might have been partially Or at least altered that time by Alfred Coley. Missed the shot, rebound Dowling. 27-15 Waukee. Minute 15 to go in the first half. Again, Athletic Director Tom Wilson will join us at halftime. Here's Martins for three. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Mitchell, and a loose ball foul, I think, on Hansen, says Pat Hoberg. We'll see. And it is. So Landon Hansen with his first foul. Out of bounds to Dowling as Jay White checks back in for Waukee with 2 fouls for the final 67 seconds of the first half.
It's a big 1 minute, 7 seconds left in this half as you're down. Clawed this back down to, 12-point deficit. If you can get it down under double digits, a big way to go into the half.
Here's Jacobson with the block shot out of bounds, and they say it went off of Mitchell. So Jacobson with the block and gets it off of Mitchell's leg. Turnover against Dowling. 27-15, minute to play. Waukee with the lead. And this could be a 2-for-1 time for Waukee if they play their cards right. Here is Roach coming off a ball screen. Now gets to Hansen. They swing it over in the corner to Jacobson. Jacobson guarded by Mitchell. Pull-up jumper, right elbow. Good. Strong move by Evan Jacobson. And he has 11 points.
Impressive move by Jacobson. Getting himself free on a lot of contested shot by Mitchell.
29-15. Waukee. Shot clock turned off. Nope. About a 0.5 of a second difference in the shot clock. 15 on the shot clock. And Martin's dribbling between the circles. Now they're going to switch Van Dis to him. Kane Van Dis guarding Noah Martins. Maroons will run their final play of the quarter. Here's Nathan Jenkins for three. Off the back iron, no good. Tipped by Mitchell is no good at the horn. And we go to halftime with a foul on the rebound. And officials will get together. So right now it's 29-15. And now our three officials, Will Dotson, Travis Carroll, and Pat Hoberg, will decide whether the clock expired. Was there a foul before the clock expired? And they have no replay here. I know CISN is right behind us. And we got a foul on
Sam Ralston for a foul
on Ralston. And they're going to put 1 second on the clock. I think that's what they're going to do. Put 1 second on the clock. It'll be Waukee basketball with Jacobson throwing it in, and he can run, and he won't be able to run the baseline.
They're going to put it.
We got to get your boy Crandall here to get that reset. Come on, you got to
help him. A lot
of
pressure for him.
These football coaches running the scores table, and he gets an attaboy from Ted Power. All right, Jacobson will throw it in, length of the court pass, gets to Van Dis, and that'll do it. So we go to halftime with Waukee leading Dowling 29-15 in a very much energized first half. So we will take a 2-minute break and come back. Our score at halftime of the boys contest, Waukee 29, Dowling Catholic 15. Earlier tonight it was the Dowling girls a winner 65-30 over the Waukee gals. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with athletic director and head football coach at Dowling Catholic. Tom Wilson will be our guest here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
3, 2, action! Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience. She's getting better at this, making me so proud. Wilson Toyota, home of the Wilson experience.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Jim, halftime of the boys contest. Waukee leads Dowling 29-15 alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, joined by Athletic Director Tom Wilson. Coach, how you doing? Happy New Year. I haven't talked to you since what? Post-game of one of those semifinals, I don't remember, but it's good to have you on. Welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
My gosh, a lot going on. State titles were recognized here the other night. You were one of them. You had those football players out there, along with boys golf and girls swimming. So you crowned a lot of champions in that fall season.
Yeah, we did. It's certainly been a great start to the year for us. You mentioned girls swim and dive. Coach Uri does an outstanding job. He does the girls and the boys, and you know they made good work of the state meet, and certainly win another state championship is awesome for him, awesome for our girls. Great we could recognize them, and then Coach Gray just keeps ticking with both golf teams, and certainly a great championship for them. Certainly didn't go in favored or anything like that, but played very well. Really 5 kids that finished in the top 20, 21, which is outstanding.
Certainly was. And, of course, that football team that my cohort here on the basketball side, the boys game, Jimmy Cataldo was part of your coaching staff.
Yep.
And you guys had a pretty good year, too, and what a run. You lose your first game and win the next 12. That's a pretty good season. That means you brought home some hardware.
Great job by our kids, by our coaching staff. We learned a lot about ourselves in week 1, and really just kept chipping away and trying to work to our strengths. And we consistently played great defense the entire year, which was huge for us. And then offensively came along and understood what we did well and maybe what we didn't, and then adjusted a few things. And then special teams wise, certainly played a big part of that. We had a very good year in that part as well.
Well, we talk a lot about that every championship's different and every championship is special. But I think when you look back at the championships that we've had and fortunate enough to have, it's really senior leadership. And we have a number of seniors that are going to be signing their letter of commitment later next week. You want to talk about some of those kids and kind of where they're going and where they're going to continue on their career?
Yeah, this group, and I've said it many times, it was a player-led team, and we as coaches, really all we needed to do was lean on the seniors in order to take care of things, adjust attitudes, adjust work ethics. Thought they did a great job. Some of the kids going places to play. Jeffrey Roberts going to Iowa State. Sam Drexler going to UNI. Joey Nahas is going to Iowa Western, along with Anthony Bonanno and Ian Middleton. Ryan Bobo going to play at Drake. Joel Sanko going to play at South Dakota State. Jordan Watson going to Grandview. Josh Miller going to St. Thomas. So great group of kids. We've been busy having colleges in the last few weeks. Now we enter a dead period, which is somewhat welcome, to be honest with you. And the kids can be kids, and we don't have to worry about college coaches coming in.
Well, and it's amazing how things change. And when you talk about change, there's a lot of good things that are bound to happen here at Dowling. And you notice it when you come into a parking lot when you see a 3 versus 4 matchup. It's hard to find a parking spot. But there's some special things in the conceptual phases right now at Dowling. Talk about some of the athletic enhancements maybe we're talking about and some of the things that are going to happen here in Dowling maybe in the short 3, 4, or 5 years?
Yeah, well, we're got a capital campaign going and working hard towards that. I'm sure there's been listeners that have been contacted. Our campaign is $76 million, and that's, not just athletically, but it would be a basketball, volleyball arena, would be a new small gym, an area for students and student life. One of the big factors is, more safety at our school. One concentrated entrance, which would be on the west side, very important, as we all know, in this day and age. Certainly adjustments to our cafeteria with our growing enrollment, and so we got to move loading docks and build storm shelters and everything before that gets done. So a lot of people are working hard and certainly appreciate the support that we've had to this point, and we're going to need a lot more before we're all said and done.
Busy with head coach Tom Wilson, the Dowling football team, athletic director here at Dowling Catholic. At halftime, Waukee leads Dowling 29-15 in this boys contest. Guy sitting in front of us, that Kevin O'Hare, he has a milestone win tonight, win number 400, all at the freshman level. Does that mean he's going to have a wing named after him in the new building or the old building, Coach?
Well, I'm sure he'll ask for one of them. We'll probably go with the old just for conversation's sake. But Kevin's clearly done a great job for a long time at that level. And, people sometimes underestimate how important those freshman coaches are, but it's their, the kids as they come in, it's really their first experience in that sport. And football and Claude Wilkins and his crew, equally important. Coach Cataldo did that for a while. I mean, it's really important to us and no different for our basketball program.
And, of course, you're starting early in the morning on certain days of the week with the early morning workouts. And I know Coach Cataldo is excused from that because of his travel arrangements, having to be in South Dakota by 10 a.m. and all that. But that's what he tells me too, Coach. But I know you guys are up early at 6 o'clock in this gym working out.
5:45 this morning it started.
My goodness.
I would say probably 120 kids were here, 130 this morning.
These are all sports.
All sports.
Yep.
Did a great job. It was we get a lot of help from other coaches in all those sports, so it's a great thing on Tuesday and Friday.
Coach, thanks for taking time to visit with us. I know you're busy. Got a big crowd here tonight, and hopefully it'll get even bigger and louder in the second half.
Yeah, we need a great second half.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Yep,
Tom Wilson joining us here at halftime. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back for the second half of the boys contest, 29-15. Waukee with the lead over Dowling. Back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Run, jump, lisp, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
How to keep the conversation.
All right, underway here in the second half. Waukee with the basketball. Jacobson shot too strong, no good. Rebound Dowling, and Maroons the other way. And Noah Martins with his second basket of the second half. He's got 4 points. And it's now a 10-point lead for Waukee, 29-19 over Dowling after the Maroons trailed 29-15 at halftime. Now a long three up and no good. Crane with the rebound. Waukee outscored Dowling 16-3 in the first quarter and outscored the Maroons 13-12 in the second quarter. Waukee had a 29-15 lead at halftime, but the Maroons now on a 4-0 run to start the third quarter. Dowling with the ball left to right in their home white uniforms, maroon numbers and letters. There's Noah Martins with it, guarded by Jay White. We'll get our first half statistics from head for Coach Jimmy Tatalo. Now Crane down the lane, his shot up and no good, rolls off the rim, and he's fouled, and he'll have 2 free throws. Jimmy?
Dowling shot 25% in the first half, 2 of 7 from 3. Got out rebound, not as bad as it was going, but Dowling got out rebound 15-13 in the first half of Waukee. 6 turnovers for Dowling with 2 turnovers for Waukee. Waukee went 11 of 27 in the first half, 41%, just 1 of 8 from 3. They did make 6 out of 8 free throws. Held the ball and checked over, which just 2 turnovers.
Crane misses both free throws. He's got 7 points to lead the Maroons. 3 points for Sam Ralston off the bench, 3 points for Gio Keelis running down Dowling scoring, and 2 points for Alfred Coley. Nate Jenkins did not score in the first half for the Maroons. And now here's a 3-pointer no good by Max Roach of Waukee. Rebound Dowling.
Waukee now 1 of 10 from 3.
Maroons were 1 of 2 at the free throw line in the first half. There's a long 3 up and no good. Rebound Pete Craig and the Waukee Warriors. They were led at the first half by Evan Jacobson's 11 points. 6 points for Landon Hansen. 5 points for Kane Van Dis. And now here's a steal in the backcourt, and a shot blocked out of bounds as a steal by Waukee. Roach with the shot, and Alfred Coley, with the block. And the Maroons a turnover in the backcourt.
Talked about the key about the Maroons guards and their ability to shoot. Keelis, Jenkins, Martin going into the half. Just 3 points total out of those 3, but Martin's finding 2 early baskets in the second half. That's going to be huge for the Maroons to claw back into this.
Here's Jacobson for 3, and it's no good. Rebound Coley and Dowling. Alfred goes up and grabs it. Maroons have outscored Waukee 4-0 here in the third quarter. Now Dowling with the ball. Corner 3 up and no good by Martins. Rebound Jacobson and the Waukee Warriors. Outlet pass to Roach. Max dribbles it in the corner to White. Jay nearly loses it. Now gets to Pete Craig. Down the lane he goes. He stops. And he won't shoot it over Coley or Charlie Crane.
I just want that back if you're Pete Craig. You had the run. Take it up. Draw the foul.
Here's a White. Pull-up jumper good right over Martin.
Or that.
Jay White with his 6 point.
Jay White's has been impacting this game, not with just 6 points in the game, but impacting it mostly with his defense tonight.
Kane Van Dis off the bench with 5 points for Waukee. Jay White now with 6 points. Pete Craig with 2 points and Max Roach with 1 point. Waukee 6 of 8 at the free throw line in the first half. Dowling 1 for 2 at the line, and ball tipped out of bounds. 25 on the shot clock. The Maroons inbound the ball. Dowling left to right towards the north basket here at the Dowling Gym. Packed house here tonight, this Friday night. Final Friday of January. And we got a blocking foul called on Hansen. And on Landon for Waukee, that'll be his 3rd foul. So he's the first player to get 3. Coley and Mitchell and Capola have 2 fouls each for Dowling. Jay White has 2 fouls for Waukee as far as the foul trouble situation. Waukee does not go deep in their bench. Van Dis has already been in, and he'll come in here. Now, here's a shot up and good by the Maroons. Noah Martins with his 6 point, all in the third quarter. He was held scoreless in the first half by Waukee. 31-21, Dowling by 10, and now underneath, and Roach's shot is blocked out of bounds by Charlie Crane. Good help defense by Charlie. Left his man to go over and knock it away.
As Roach's attacking that basket, we have a great vantage point here. It's wide open. He thinks he has an easy layup, and out of nowhere, Charlie Crane comes.
Now turnover by Waukee as Jay White went to get the basketball and had it go out of bounds. So the Maroons taking advantage of some Waukee miscues. Try to get the game into single digits. Warriors have led by as many as 14 points tonight. Dowling has not led in this contest. They've tied it once.
So you go back to the first matchup. Dowling really blew off the doors in the second half, outscoring Waukee 39-25. They're going to need a similar effort here in this second half to really be able to compete and hopefully make this a 1 or 2 possession game.
Here's Coley with it. Bounces underneath to Charlie Crane. Guarded by Pete Craig. Now he kicks it out to Coley. Alfred thinks about the 3. They work it around the perimeter. Here's Martins with it, guarded by White. Well, check that. Not White. That is Alvin Greer in there for Waukee. And now Capola loses the basketball and it goes out of bounds off of Alvin Greer. Greer, a 6-foot senior wearing number 30, getting some playing time here with foul trouble to Landon Hansen.
I've been in that position where Martin's just begging you get into somebody who doesn't present as much defense as Greer and Jay White tonight.
Here's a corner three, no good. Offensive rebound, Martins, and a whistle and a foul before the shot. And they're going to get Greer for the foul. We'll see. They will. Alvin with his first foul. That'll be team foul number 3 on Waukee here in the third quarter with 3:45 to go. 31-21. Waukee by 10 over Dowling here in the third. Maroons inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Jenkins to Coley. Trying to get Capola loose. Maddox has it. Guarded by Van Dis. Maddox on the baseline. And a charging foul on Capola. As great job by Max Roach. And on Maddox, that'll be his third foul.
So you're looking at somebody like Maddox Capola just trying to create a shot. Part of that is the defense off ball by Waukee is really suffocating and prohibiting the Maroons from being able to move without the ball. So now you're forced to really try to create, go one-on-one with your guy, and that time Maddox Capola tried to do a little bit too much there.
All right, Roach dribbling in the front court for the Warriors, guarded by Jenkins. And he tries to get it to Jacobson, stolen away by Noah Martins, and he'll slam it home! The little guy, Noah, with the slam dunk. He's got all 8 of his points in the third quarter, and the Maroons have cut the lead to 8, 31-23 with 3:10 to go.
Martins can find a little bit more confidence. He's looking more comfortable than I have seen him in probably 4 games right now, and he can stay in that frame of mind. Could be a great second half for him.
All right, here is Roach with it, guarded by Martins. Coming off a ball screen by Jacobson. Roach down the lane. His shot rejected by Charlie Crane into the hands of Nate Martins. Nate Jenkins, excuse me. Jenkins now will dribble it up and run the point as they're going to take Noah Martins, Dowling's point guard, out of it as Jay White is all over him. So here's Jenkins with it. Gets it to Martins. Noah, he'll launch the three. It's up, no good. Offensive rebound, Charlie Crane. Layup, good. Charlie in the powers it up in traffic over Jacobson, and Charlie with his 9th point, and it's 31-25. The lead is 6, and a timeout called by Waukee. We'll take it ourselves. 2:27 left to go, third quarter. Waukee 31, Dowling 25 in this boys Class 4A top 4 matchup on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Built to the glory of God. This is Greg Ewell for Pregame.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym on a Friday night. Packed house. Waukee and Dowling, the second time these two teams have played. Roach with the basketball. Gets it to Jay White. White in the lane. His shot up, no good, and a whistle to foul on Dowling. And Maroons are making them earn it, as that foul will be on Evan Mitchell. That'll be his third. With 2:14 remaining, third quarter, 31-25 Dowling. Waukee has had their chances here in the third quarter, but only one field goal thus far, and free throws coming for Jay White, and he hits the first free throw. So he's got their only field goal, and now he's got their only free throw, does Jay White. Second free throw good, Jimmy.
I think Coach Kanaski sees where their strength is tonight. It's in the paint. They're just 1 of 11 from three-point range. So finding shots in the paint, continue to attack, probably is the recipe for Waukee.
Waukee in his zone here. 2-3 zone by the Warriors. Dowling recognizes it. Keyless gets the top of the key to Mitchell. Back underneath, the pass goes to Coley. A long three by, Gio Keyless for 3, and it's good, and that's his 6th point.
To be honest with you, that zone was probably a little bit of relief for the Maroons as they are being suffocated off ball with their defense, Waukee, and seeing the zone and getting an open shot was probably a sign of relief, and seeing Gio knock it down.
5-point lead for Waukee, and now underneath, a shot up and good. Pete Craig working hard and scoring in the paint. He's got 4 points. 35-28, Waukee by 7. Here's Jenkins with it. In the corner to Keyless. He'll launch the three. It's off the mark, no good. And Mitchell had it for Dowling, taken away by Pete Craig and Waukee. Dowling had a great chance, had one look in a 2-3 zone and made it count.
Waukee quickly got out of that 2-3 zone on the next possession.
Went back to man. Yeah, that's how it works. Show it once and see what happens. All right, here's Jacobson. Fakes the three, goes up against Coley. His shot no good, and Alfred will pick up his 3rd foul. So Coley and Capola with 3 fouls each for Dowling, along with Evan Mitchell with 3. Waukee with Hansen with 3. And Landon is out there right now for the Warriors. So Jacobson will get 2 shots here. First one no good. He's 1 for 3 at the line tonight, has 11 points. Tonight's game in the Iowa Catholic Radio Network brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Fast Signs in Clive, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Second free throw coming for Jacobson here, Jimmy.
Jacobson's dominating right now with 12 points on the night, leading Waukee in scoring.
36-28. 36-28. Waukee by 8. 52 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Dowling with the ball. There's Mitchell with it. He's running a little bit of a weave. Keyless with it as Waukee stays man-to-man. Keyless guarded by Hansen. Lost the ball. Hansen recovers to Jacobson. Turnover against Dowling. And he's got Careless with too many dribbles. And now they could have a backcourt violation. And they will. It's going to be out of bounds to Dowling. The Maroons work it. As I'll tell you what, Martins and Keyless got that ball back and that possession back, Jimmy.
Really big possession here for the Maroons. Down 8. Cutting the lead. They were down at half, 14, so being able to cut it maybe to 6 going into the 4th quarter, huge sigh of relief.
Sam Ralston in the Dowling lineup, number 1. Hit a big 3-pointer in that 2nd quarter to cut the lead to 10. 36-28, Waukee. Crane with it, goes to the basket, puts a shot up, off the glass, good. The basket will count, and a foul, and I think it was on Pete Craig came in to help, and it is. Craig came in to help, couldn't draw the charge, and he picks up the foul, and an and 1 for Charlie Crane and Dowling.
I think that time Pete Craig was set, but he found himself so deep underneath the basket. Really needed to allow Charlie Crane to come down on the shot. He comes out another step or two. He probably draws the charge there, but good call by the officials, understanding where Pete Craig was set, was under the basket.
Crane with his 11th point. Struggling tonight at the free throw line where he is 1 for 4. And the free throw good. 2 for 5. 12 points for Charlie Crane. Shot clock turned off. 24 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's 36-31. Waukee's 14-point lead down to 5. And here's Jay White with it. White backs in against Ralston. Dribble handoff to Jacobson. Now they swing it around to Van Dis, who's in there. He's been their super sub, the 6th man off the bench. Now to Hansen underneath. He kicks it over in the corner. Craig for 3, up, no good. And the 3rd quarter comes to an end with the score. Waukee 36, Dowling Catholic 31. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I am Mark Amadale, and we'll return with the 4th quarter here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym here in West Des Moines, Iowa. Fourth quarter, just about ready to start. Dowling and Waukee. Waukee leading 36-31. Waukee ranked 4th in Class 4A. They come in with a record of 12-2. Dowling Catholic ranked 3rd in Class 4A. They come in with a record of 13-1. Girls game won by Dowling earlier tonight, 65-30. In game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader, Mark Amadell, Jimmy Cataldo, Roman Wilkin, our studio producer on Iowa Catholic Radio, and our thanks to our folks on CISN. Rachel Hawley, our in-house producer, and here's Jay White in the baseline, shoots and scores for Waukee to start the fourth quarter. Drew Reinhardt and Sam Nord, our camera operators tonight. And White getting loose in the first possession, Jimmy, for Waukee, and he has 10 points. And now a turnover by Dowling, 38-31, Waukee with the lead. Waukee has set the tempo here as both teams have won on each other's home court. White for 3, it's no good. Pete Craig offensive rebound, and they get a brand new shot clock as we're 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Here's Jacobson going against Coley. Dribbling on the lane, and turnaround shot with the left hand, no good. Rebound Charlie Crane and Dowling. We'll get our statistics through 3 quarters when we get a moment. Here is Jenkins with it for the Maroons. Nate with it, picks up the dribble over to Alfred Coley. Swings it around to Ralston for 3, up off the back iron, no good. Ball slapped around, kept alive by Martins. Not a Crane. Charlie in the lane against Craig. His shot is no good. And a rebound to Waukee, and a timeout called by Waukee. And a good heads-up play by Jacobson. Evan Jacobson called the timeout. We'll keep it here with be a 30-second timeout. 6:24 remaining, fourth quarter, 38-31. Waukee by 7. Jimmy Cataldo, you got to look at some of the unofficial numbers through 3 quarters.
Unofficial. Through 3 quarters, Maroons are shooting 36%, 3 of 13 from the three-point range, 21 total rebounds, 9 turnovers. Waukee, similar shooting, 34% for Waukee. Stat of the night for Waukee, just 1 of 12 from three-point range. 19 rebounds and 5 turnovers. So Maroons are losing the turnover battle, but they're winning the rebounds. If they can continue to keep Waukee from shooting the three-point range, claw back. They got it within 5. Came out of the end of the fourth quarter. Jay White with a big bucket to extend the lead to 7. It's going to be a pretty fast-paced 6.5 minutes to go in this game.
Waukee led at halftime 29-15, but Dowling outscored Waukee in that third quarter, as you mentioned, Jimmy. 16-8 Dowling in the third quarter.
Big turnover for Waukee. Good steal by Nate in the backcourt.
Jenkins with the steal, and Dowling keeps possession with 6:10 to go here in the fourth. All right, here's Martins, and he had the ball go through his hands, out of bounds, and a turnover against Dowling. So
2 possessions the Maroons want back. Charlie Crane right at the rim was expecting to get fouled by Pete Craig, but didn't make any contact. Misses a really easy layup, and that time big turnover by the Maroons. Back-to-back possessions.
Waukee by 7 and the basketball as we're under 6 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Packed house here at the Dowling gym. Here's Jay White with it. Left wing, three-point line extended. Gets to Hansen. Guarded by Coley. Now to Roach. Long 3 by Hansen. Up, no good. Rebound slapped around, and Coley comes away with it for Dowling. Alfred Coley with another rebound. Maroons with the stop there. And here's Jenkins with it in the front court to Ralston, over to Martins. Noah looking inside to Crane, and he's double teamed. He's got Pete Craig and Jacobson around him. Now Martins for 3, top of the key, it's no good. Fight for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off Waukee. Alfred Coley kept that alive right in there. Now substitution, Ralston will check out and Keelis will check in. Giovanni Keelis for Dowling, wearing number 21. For Waukee, Kane Van Dis, number 22, checking in the lineup. He'll replace Landon Hansen of Waukee. Dowling inbounds the ball. Martins gets to Coley. And Jay White's going to do all he can.
Suffocating on
Martins. And now Noah on the baseline. His shot no good. And Jacobson with the rebound. There's Jacobson in the front court. Evan the pass over to Pete Craig, and Waukee will run their offense under fifth-year head coach Kevin Kanaski. Dowling stays man-to-man. Here's Jacobson with it. Works the right side against Crane. Pull-up jumper, up good. Right over Charlie. 14 points for Jacobson.
Leaned in, got a little bit of separation from Charlie Crane, and was able to get a clean shot off.
Dowling with the ball. They try to get to Crane. It's stolen away. Down court, White. Layup good. White with 12 points. He's got 4 of those 12 points here in the fourth quarter, and a timeout called by Waukee, by Dowling rather. With 4:26 to go here in the fourth quarter, we'll take a 1-minute break. It's Waukee 42, Dowling 31 in the fourth quarter along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Support for Iowa.
As the seasons change, so should the colors in your garden and around your home. Nothing says fall like a splash of beautiful colors from the Fall Mums from Good Greenhouses. No one has a larger selection of gorgeous mums or better pricing, with sizes from small pots to large containers that are sure to make the neighbors jealous. For over 118 years, the Good family have grown and sold the best mums in Iowa in a rainbow of stunning fall colors. Come see for yourself, just north of Interstate 80 and only 8 minutes south of Ankeny.
Online at Scuffington.
All right, here we go. Fourth quarter. Out of the Dowling timeout, it's Waukee 42, Dowling 31, alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Mike Burkert helped me out in game one, and now Ralston turns the ball over. Waukee the other way with Van Dis, and he travels with the basketball before the shot got off. So the Maroons exchange turnovers, and Jimmy, that is not working in Dowling's favor. The Maroons, way too many turnovers. That's only, the 8th or 9th turnover on Waukee in this game.
It's 7th turnover for Waukee, Dowling with 13. But you look back, and we just talked about it entering the fourth quarter. Waukee was up 36-31, 5-point lead, and then has rattled off 7 straight over the Maroons. Really, the last 4 possessions for the Maroons have come up empty, and credit Waukee's defense has just been suffocating tonight. A lot of that Jay White. Jay White has been so dominant on the defensive side, suffocating to Martins.
Well, Charlie Crane had, I think, blood on his hand, and Coach Henderson was going to sub in. And Brett Fisher said, no, he can get it fixed right away without causing a sub, and now they are going to play on, and Charlie's still getting some attention, and Coach Kanaski came down and says, now wait, don't we have to play right away? And have to research that rule, I'm not sure, but officials say we're going to play on as Evan Mitchell checks in. Officials done a great job tonight. Will Dotson, Travis Carroll, Pat Hoberg, some of the best of the rest around Central Iowa and the state. All right, Dowling with the ball, 18 on the shot clock. Noah Martins down the lane, scoop shot up, good, the basket will count, and a foul on Jacobson, says Pat Hoberg.
Set up play for Noah Martins coming through the top of the lane pick, finds the ball and then takes it so aggressive to the basket. And that's right now is Noah Martin's game. He's struggling from the outside shooting, but as he's taking the ball to the basket, he's finding some wide open lanes, converting this time a possible and-one.
10 points for Martins, all in the second half. He was held scoreless in the first half. Free throw good. Martins with 11 points. And Dowling cuts the lead to 8. 42-34. Waukee. 3:45 remaining, fourth quarter. Packed house here at the Dowling Catholic Gym. Second meeting between the two teams. Dowling winning at Waukee 59-46 back on December 19th, the final game before the Christmas break. All right, here's Roach with it. Gets it out to Craig for 3, up, off the rim, no good, and a loose ball foul called on Keelis as Jay White had great rebounding positions, and Gio will commit his second foul. That's the strength of Jay White, football player, headed to Tripola Junior College in Florida to play football. Now Waukee will inbound the ball. Here's Van Dis in the baseline. He's double teamed. Now skip pass over in the corner to Max Roach. Roach drives to the basket. His shot is no good, and a foul on Roach as Martins is fouled. And that'll be Roach's second foul in the battle of point guards. Noah Martins and Max Roach with 3:13 to go. That'll be team foul number 2 on Waukee, 1 on Dowling here, Jimmy.
We haven't seen Nate Jenkins from the corner yet.
In this game, but he's missed two shots.
So Noah Martins has found his way to the basket, penetrating. Sit Nate Jenkins on the corner, get Noah Martins attacking the basket, and then maybe for a kick out.
Now here's Crane underneath. His shot no good. Had to go around Jacobson. Rebounded Pete Craig and Waukee. Warriors in transition. Hansen back in the lineup. To Max Roach, guarded by Jenkins. Lots of one-on-one matchups to watch.
Evan Jacobson has the position right now on Alfred Coley.
Alfred's going to let him have it because he wants to block his shot. And he does have it. Jacobson gets it out to Craig. Craig dribbles in the lane, shot up and short. And we got a loose ball foul called. And I think it's going to be on Coley as he was battling Jacobson, and it is. Alfred with his 4th foul with 2:34 to go in the 4th. 42-34, Waukee by 8. Team foul number 2 on Dowling, 2 on Waukee. Roach inbounds the ball, gets it to Craig, guarded by Charlie Crane. Now to Max Roach, who's really taken over the point guard duties for Waukee since the first time we saw him. Roach in the lane, leaves it for Craig, kicks it out to Hansen for 3, up good. Nothing but the bottom of net for Landon Hansen, his 23rd made 3 of the year and his 9th point tonight.
Good play by Roach, feeding Craig, but Craig seeing an outside wide open shot by Hansen.
Here's Charlie Crane for 3. It's no good from the right wing from 3-point range. Rebound Waukee. Under 2 minutes to play. Waukee by 11. Roach in the front court. Bruins got to think about fouling here as time's running off. Here's Craig. They're just going to run their dribble weave and get the shot clock under 10. Jacobson coming off a ball screen by Hansen. Gets it to Hansen. In the corner to Craig for 3. Up, no good. And a rebound, Martins. Noah in the lane, spins. Shot up, no good. Drew the foul. And free throws coming for Noah Martins. With the clock stopped at 1 minute and 30 seconds. Here in the 4th, Craig with his 3rd foul. So Noah Martins to the line here, Jimmy. This thing's getting tight.
Noah's been a bright spot for the Maroons as they've tried to claw back into this. And
his first free throw is good. Martins with 12 points. Tonight's game of the Iowa Catholic Radio Network brought to you in part by Iowa Wealth Management, Construction Professionals. Our thanks to the Catholic Tuition Organization and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here from the Dowling Gym tonight. Roman Wilkham, our studio producer. Second free throw good. Martins with 13 points. And we've got a timeout on the court. And this will be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with 90 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Waukee by 9, 45-36, Jimmy. And Maroons got to think about fouling in each possession. The Maroons have 2 team fouls. Waukee has 3, so the Maroons have 2 fouls to give.
Well, I think that's the game plan here is dig into your bench a little bit, find some guys who can afford to foul, but once they get into some foul trouble, it's tough to identify who do you foul to put on the line. Waukee is shooting almost 73% from the free throw line as a team, and it's struggle. I mean, maybe the best one to find is Pete Craig, who's shooting 63% from the free throw line, but it's tough to find somebody to foul to hopefully find a miss in there.
They have 4 players that shoot over 70%, and 1 off the bench. Van Dis shoots 86%. Here's a steal by Dowling. Reverse layup good by Jenkins. Nate with his first basket of the night. It comes off a turnover. It's a 7-point Waukee lead. Pressure in the backcourt by the Maroons. Craig with it in the front court to Jacobson. Dowling's got to play the foul game, and they do. Martins picks up the foul. That'll be his second.
It feels like we're playing on a Saturday night. The music didn't stop. The game started so quickly. The music kept going. All we needed was the strobe lights.
Well, that happened at Waukee Northwest. Remember,
That's
we couldn't
right.
get started, and they had to turn it off. I think They got the music turned off, Jimmy, just
now
so
they
you know.
do.
They weren't playing the song that you requested.
Coach Kanaski was coming out of his shoes.
He was coming out of his shoes.
While the Maroons got the turnover in the basket while the music was still playing.
Whistling a foul on Martins. That'll be his third. 4th team foul on Dowling. Win it, and 11 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 7-point Waukee lead. Warriors will throw the ball in. Pete Craig will inbound the ball right in front of the Dowling coaching staff, right in front of us. And tell you what, Jenkins knocked the ball right off the Waukee player, and let's see, are they going to give it to Dowling or not?
Looks like they're going to give it to Waukee.
Off of Max Roach. And Pat Hoberg right there said, yep, it'll be Waukee basketball. 34 on the shot clock.
Maroons are going for the steal on the inbounds. If they don't get it, then they go to the foul. Noah Martins isn't the one that you want fouling here.
Jenkins got to realize that. They get it to Craig in the backcourt. And a 10-second call, as Dowling wanted that, but they started in the backcourt, not at 35. So good call, as Pat Hoberg told them. And a whistle and a foul on Dowling. That'll be on Nate Jenkins, his first.
That's a great recognition by this officiating crew, understanding that the shot clock did not reset, that it was at 34 seconds. So sometimes they watch the shot clock to identify a 10-second violation that time. Great job by the officials understanding where they were in the game.
Yeah, Pat told Coach Einertson, hey, it didn't start till 34, and they crossed at 25, so they were fine. Free throw no good by Pete Craig. Second one also no good. Craig with 4 points tonight, 0 for 2 at the free throw line. 50 seconds remaining. Dowling trails by 7. Here's Martins with it in the corner to Jenkins for 3. Up, no good. And Hanson with the rebound. Dowling's got a foul, and they do. Ralston will foul in the backcourt. And free throws coming for Waukee. With 40 seconds remaining, the Warriors are going to extend their winning streak, apparently, with 40 seconds remaining. Maroons have Davin Tritton checking in, number 15. But not before Hanson gets a pair of free throws, a 73% free throw shooter on the year. First one no good. Hanson tonight with 9 points. Comes in averaging 9.5 points. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Fast Signs in Clive, Bozen the Florist, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. Our thanks to our partners with CISN as they are live streaming tonight's game and using our Iowa Catholic Radio audio. Second free throw good by Hanson. He has 10 points. Now Martin's in the lane. His shot up no good. And fight for the rebound. Tritton comes away with it to Keelis. Back to Tritton. He'll launch the three. It's up and off the glass, no good. Martins with the rebound and put back up and good. And Noah Martins with his 15th point. A whistle and a foul as Waukee advances the basketball with 20 seconds remaining. Foul on Jenkins, his second. And free throws coming for Jay White. White with 12 points tonight. 4 for 4 at the free throw line. First free throw good. He has 13 points. 47-40, Waukee by 7. Second free throw rolls out, no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Martins with it. Dribble drives in the lane, goes up against Jenkins. Layup good. Noah Martins with 17 points to lead Dowling. Pressure in the backcourt by the Maroons. Foul on Sam Ralston. That'll send Roach to the free throw line for Waukee with just under 7 seconds to play.
During that last dead ball, we were kind of laughing here as Coach O'Hara was conversing with the officials and Kurt Kanaski,
Kevin Kanaski.
Kevin Kanaski, Coach O'Hara is one of the best friends.
Yeah.
was letting the officials says, no, you can't talk to the officials.
And both free throws good by Roach. He has all 3 of his points at the free throw line where he's 3 out of 4. Now Martins for 3 at the buzzer. It's good, 49-45. Noah with 20 points on that made 3. And a timeout on the court. And we'll keep it here with 2.3 seconds to play. Thanks to our sponsors on Iowa Catholic Radio, and of course CISN for all the work they do. Upstairs, Rachel Hawley, our on-site director. Drew Reinhardt, Sam Nord are camera operators on CISN. And, of course, Roman Wilkin keeping us on the radio waves at 105.5 FM here in Des Moines. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo and Mark Amadale. What a Friday night. What a packed house. This is what high school basketball should be when you bring a girl-boy doubleheader together, Waukee and Dowling. And, again, both teams winning on each other's home court for the second straight year.
And that's, in the scheme of things, that's a big game for both teams as they try to get the best seeding as they can, but not just for the immediate postseason, but hopefully winning their brackets and hopefully making it down to the Casey Center, but finding what seed they would fall in. This is a big game for both teams, and it's a big split. Big split for Coach Kanaski.
Dowling led by Noah Martins, 20 points. Charlie Crane with 12. Off the bench, Gio Keelis with 6. And that'll do it. Final score, 49-45. Waukee wins the rubber match over Dowling Catholic. Congratulations to head coach Kevin Kanaski and his staff as the Waukee Warriors improve their record to 13-2. They've now won 9 in a row since their loss to Dowling back on December 19th. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons fall to 13-2. And Dowling will be in action on Monday night, and we'll be with them right here at the Dowling Gym. Dowling hosting Johnston in a girl-boy doubleheader. Hope you tune in for that. For Waukee, they will be in action this coming Tuesday. They'll be home against Waukee Northwest. That'll be number 2 versus number 4. And that should be a dandy in Waukee. The final in Game 2. Waukee 49, Dowling 45 in the boys contest. Girls game won by Dowling 65-30. Along with Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale. Take a 2-minute break, come back with our post-game show. We'll wrap up with points and statistics. And we'll also have a post-game interview on Iowa Catholic Radio, but we will come back for one more segment on the live stream side with CISN, and we'll have 2 more segments on the radio side. So stay tuned here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat and Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat and Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal.
4 of 19 from 3, 29 total rebounds to Waukee's 25. And then Dowling had 13 turnovers, Waukee 9. So 36% shooting, just struggled from the three-point arc, just struggled to find an open shot there. Really a telltale for the Maroons. For Waukee, shooting 17 of 49. A lot of their points came from inside the paint, shot 35%, but 2 of 17 from 3, shot close to 50% inside the paint. I mentioned 25 total rebounds, 9 turnovers. I had Waukee unofficially free throws 13 of 20, and the Maroons 5 of 8.
Okay, and I had Waukee 13 of 18, so that could be.
Let's say you missed 2.
I did. I usually would. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. All right, scoring in this contest for the visitors from Waukee, unofficially, Evan Jacobson leading the way with 14 points. Jay White with 13 points. 10 points for Landon Hansen. Rounding out scoring for Waukee, 5 points for Pete Craig off the bench. Kane Van Dis with 5 points and 3 points for Max Roach. Alvin Greer in the lineup did not score off the bench for the Waukee Warriors. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons were led, as I mentioned earlier, by 20 points with Noah Martins, 12 points for Charlie Crane. And then off the bench, 6 points for Gio Keelis, 3 points for Sam Ralston off the bench, 2 points for Alfred Coley, and 2 points for Nate Jenkins. Evan Mitchell did not score. So that's a look at the scoring for the Maroons. As fourth quarter, it was Dowling outscoring Waukee 14-13, but Maroons are down 14 at halftime, 29-15, and Dowling outscoring Waukee in the third quarter, the comeback, 16-8, and then outscored Waukee in the fourth quarter, 14-13. But it was too late. That was a great first half by Waukee, and they made it stand.
That first half, the Maroons just dug a hole they couldn't really get out of, and they tried extremely hard in the second half. I thought Noah Martins found some open lanes attacking the basket, but struggling shooting the ball and getting into a deficit they couldn't get out of.
All right, doubleheader is over tonight. In the boys' game, Waukee 49, Dowling Catholic 45. The final in the girls' contest, it was Dowling 65-30 over Waukee. For Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadell. Mike Burkert, thank you. Tom Wilson, thank you. As we're going to say so long on the TV side, the live stream side. So our thanks for our fine folks upstairs, led by Rachel Hawley, our director, Drew Reinhardt, and Sam Nord. Appreciate all their work tonight. So that'll wrap it up on the TV side. And stay tuned on the radio side. Jimmy Cataldo and I will have post-game interviews. So that'll do it for the CISN coverage on Iowa Catholic Radio tonight and the simulcast.